knocked out today, but he could upset.
That's very similar to my views, Sam. I mean, he's a very strong, capable player when he is on his A game, but...
Find it funny that Sean, with that thick-ass voice, has this icon of a nape and a little heart coming out, you know? Like... it's like, what a fucking troll, man.
You're not really able to perform at your best most of the time.
I'm gonna speed up the interviews here. Let's skip to the first game, shall we? Alright, let's see the... what is this?
Quite as quickly.
This is C, this was A... oh, and D is... oh, there's one of my boys there, man. I'm a fan of speed. A new... semi-new Terran. That's gonna be sick, man. I don't know. If I had to be real, I'm saying Light and Soma come out. But definitely in Speed and Larva can give a surprise. I'm saying Snow and Jadon and Light and Soma. That will be like the most obvious guess here, but yeah. The other players are pretty good as well, so...
but his overall...
this is gonna be sick, man.
Skill with micro and his decision-making in these games is second to none. He is one of the leaders of Protoss. We've already got two great Protoss players through in that group B, Bisu and Best. I think Snow's going to make it through as well and join them in that round.
Oh, no, for sure. Miniking definitely...
people were a bit, like, skeptical about the race distribution.
Has potential, no doubt.
We've already got 2 of the 8 players as Protoss in that round of 8, guys, so this is already looking to be a pretty balanced ASL when all said and done. Yes, there was a lot of Zergs originally, but even the champion Zerg has been knocked out, guys. So this could be a really exciting season of ASL where we really genuinely do not know who's going to win it. But I do kind of hope, despite being a Zerg player like you and a big Zerg fan, I'm also a fan as a caster of a lot of these other guys, especially Terran and Protoss. And honestly, I want Protoss to win a title. It's been a long time coming. We need to see someone like Best, like Snow, maybe even Bisu take a title after such a long time. A drought, saying, for the Ire race. Can they do it?
Protoss definitely has a chance, man. Like Snow and Bisu. I don't know how... I don't know how is he doing right now, but like...
might be the one to do it.
he's being
put him up
insanely strong
anyone in the scene right now
recently, so it wouldn't surprise me if he takes the whole thing, you know? I think Snow is probably
have that format
the best Protoss right now.
Best of 1, best of 3, it's possible to see someone of a lower caliber, like get a couple of...
and if it's not him, it's probably Bisu.
Cheese out,
but
find some way with a certain strategy to
I even like better Snow
a stronger opponent,
in general.
but in the best of 7, it's so much harder.
When the guy is in the zone, good luck stopping this motherfucker, man.
It's one thing to show up and have a good build, just one game. Like that build you saw Effort do against Sulky, where he made the proxy.
I can't believe he has like 37% win rate against Zerg when he ended 4-3 in the finals. Oh no, that was Best, right? I think Snow lost in semifinals against Sulky, and it was 4-3 for Sulky. But I mean, that was so close, and that was freaking fucking Sulky, you know? The Zerg, basically.
We'll stay on curve with the game. You can see here, Sharp looking at the statistics, having a bit of a rough time against that Protoss race. He does lean heavily on his Vulture control to kind of carry him forward. And
I would like to think Snow beats Sharp here. Like, Snow best matchup, I think it's against Terran.
He's been picked by Snow. Snow wants an easy time to break through to that winner's match. Can Sharp
Snow for sure, either Jadon or Mini go through. I don't know, man. Don't sleep on Sharp. This guy is a top 4 player, man. Very consistent.
Imagine how you pull this guy apart. He feels like an iron wall.
I don't think he beats Snow
like
here, although it's a
trying
best
to
of
hold
one,
on
anything can
block,
happen, but...
You know, with your... It just
In a
slips
best of
through your
three,
fingers. There's no real way to grab this guy and hold him down. And,
Sharp is like so
he
consistent.
will find a way.
He makes so often top 8, top 4, top 8, top 4.
Well, guys, it's the ASL Season 20 Group C match number 1 between Snow and Sharp. And the map is going to be Knockout. Let's get it started.
Snow. Spawning top right.
Alright, let me move my camera real quick.
In the top left.
Because we don't want this shit to...
We're going to get right into this one, guys. Knockout. Going to be our first map for all
I don't want to
games in the round of 16.
hide the minimap, you know? Oh no, the...
It's going to be a
Not the
long day
minimap,
here
the...
today, though, with the
Whatever
best
unit
three
structure is
winners,
selected.
losers, and finals match. So make sure you're all topped up.
Let's go.
You've got
All
your
the
drinks ready.
baby girl
Your
fan club.
snacks are prepared and ready to have your mind blown by some amazing StarCraft games.
Yeah, a lot of fans in the crowd today. It's nice to see. Seems like not a total only showing for Jadon as well. Looks like there's a massive diversity of supporters in there for Sharp, Snow, as well as Mini. I don't think Mini has quite as many as these other guys, but I think there's a couple of fans out there for him as well. Even some foreigners from across the
I love
world
that.
showing their love and support for this great game. I mean, StarCraft is the
Meme
great
picture of
unifier.
Snow.
One of the things that
Snow's,
can bring us all together
laugh.
despite the craziness going on in the world. And
Trolling
I'm really happy that
Artosis.
we've got something like this where we can all just come together.
Have you watched any troll game of
Yeah, it's an
Snow
escape
versus
for a lot of
Artosis?
us
I
from-
highly recommend you do
escape from the real world.
when you
and
get the
from
chance, if you haven't already.
things that are going on in our lives and in the news. This game has been a part of my life.
They're so
since I
good,
was
man.
12 years old.
He even they translated
And,
what
it's
he
gonna
was
continue,
saying. It was so well
I think
done.
for another 20 years, man. I really hope that this game lives.
The way he
forever.
laughs is just fucking
It's gonna be
priceless,
on
man.
These players to keep that going with
Artosis!
some really exciting matches, and Snow is the one to provide those, man. And same goes for Sharp, dude. Sharp is crazy fast. He is so good at getting in and getting damage when it comes to vulture play. You have to be completely on top of absolutely everything if you want to keep him out of your base.
Yeah, absolutely. I was in single digits when I
Alright,
first
so
started playing
fine.
this
Snow
game 25
scouts
years ago,
first.
and I wanted to continue
There's the
on to
Marine.
20 as well, saying Marine going to be denying this probe, getting up the ramps. We don't know what this could possibly be. It could be a bunker expand, could be a 2 factory. He has no idea, but it was actually 11 gas here from Sharp, getting that factory at like 223 or so, shaving off quite a few seconds from getting that vulture out. We talked about this in the player breakdown. He's the kind of guy to get a slightly earlier vulture timing, so if this was a greedy play from Snow and he was getting this Nexus out a lot more quickly, you'd better get in there with the vulture and punish that probe line before the Dragoons could get down the ramp and stop it. Also, I like this idea from Sharp. He actually mines out one of the mineral patches on that ramp, increasing unit circulation, making it harder to block a
Oh
vulture
my
or
god,
something.
no way, he escapes.
Just one single Dragoon or what have you might come into play.
It was gonna be like, wow, really?
Vulture timing, maybe he can punish.
Alright, so he's gonna send 3 Marines.
Across the map right away.
Try to take the high ground against the
Catch this first Dragoon with the
Dragoon.
as well.
Yeah, it's an interesting idea. I like it. He probably should have just stayed and got the other mineral as well.
while the
Wasn't gonna lose
vulture
that
is
S
going
on the
in.
retreat. I guess he thought maybe he could pull it back and get away. First vulture came out super quick. This is so Sharp-esque, going for the 11 gas here and just trying to
And
send
nice.
his vulture around.
Second
the map.
Dragoon is
He
already
does some
blocking the
damage.
ramp.
Unfortunately, Snow on
Oh,
the ramp, but there it is.
gets
He
in.
slips by. That missing mineral playing a huge role.
One probe.
Diving into the main. How many
He's
kills
gonna
can
get
he
2 or
One
3
so
max.
far, it's not enough. How many more can he get?
Two, okay.
Oh, not quite there. Not quite what he needed, but a really nice attempt by Sharp.
Yeah, 2 kind of compensates for the
2 is fine.
of the
Obviously you want more, but...
You need to get like 3 kills to make it worth it due to the fact that you're not getting those early mines. What I will say is it was an 11 gas, so it's not as big of a deal that he committed and lost the vulture, because his next vulture timing will be pretty crisp, so he might still be able to get good enough value with
also,
down mines out.
I'm not 100% sure about this, but I think this, like, you know, whatever you want to call this in English, I don't know how to describe, but this gray thing, like, this is like lower ground and this is high ground. So if you come from, I don't know, if you're like here and the other guy is here, you can see what's in here. Or if you are standing here in the gray area, you cannot see what is above, because this is considered high ground and the gray area is like low ground. So this is why you will always see, like, the Marines, for example, standing here, and if a unit wants to, like, it's not gonna see anything. That's the high ground advantage.
The map and what have you, and with this trench, he's been able to avoid having to make a bunker. That's a very key critical thing here. Not having to make a bunker is a really big deal for Sharp. He's also
you can see why they micro like that in that specific area, back and forth.
Using the geometry of the map just a little bit to, you know, min-max his build. He's gone for an earlier factory timing.
You see, the Dragoon cannot see.
To make this bunker.
Can't see. He's considered to be in low ground.
This is the first vulture, but he just makes a tank right after, so he can kind of compensate for not having mines here for the defense. Yeah, getting away with no bunker, of course, is nice as well. You can't really go up against this mine. Like, usually you'd be able to Bisu micro that down by just, you know, moving forward, waiting for it to pop.
I love how Snow is just like fishing
the trench.
With his goons.
There's a possibility that you get that 50% miss chance.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay. So obviously from both,
a bunch of health to this first
you can obviously see what's on the. But if you go into the gray area, then you cannot see.
It's a scary moment.
It's like a
take one of those mine connections. So
lower ground or something like that. I'm not sure how it works.
Third base and get into his Reaver attack. See what he can do.
At least if you're not in the gray area, you do have the high ground advantage, basically.
Snow was a little bit suspicious of a vulture drop play or something. He had the shuttle waiting over this cliff edge of his main, and now is
do more damage.
I mean, he's going to be scooping up his Reaver,
and your chances to miss a shot are way less, rather than if you're shooting from the low ground. You will do less damage, and
natural third middle only now.
Your chances to miss a shot are increased, basically. Something around those lines. It's how it works.
There's only one single Dragoon in the natural defenses. Very susceptible to a vulture run by as well. They can just lay down mines on top of that Dragoon on the wall and punish that. Seems like, though, Shark going to be a bit more defensive this game.
Wow.
The mine doesn't quite find the connection on that Dragoon in the shuttle, though. You can use those units to kind of mine.
If there's someone that can micro shuttle and Reavers like a god as this guy, Snow is probably the best in the business.
Vultures and plenty of Marines to shut down any harassment potential from. Oh, he actually makes a mistake. He doesn't control the inertia of the shuttle enough to pick up the Dragoon.
The Dragoon does take the mine hit.
I mean, these are such well-placed mines. You gotta give it to Sharp there. Every single time Snow tries to drop the a unit here in the main, he drops it on top of a mine. These are really well-thought-out locations, and it appears that Sharp is just not going to take damage. Even though he doesn't have a huge turret ring or anything like that, he's got enough set up with just those little mine placements and a couple of tanks here, couple of turrets here and there. He's going to be able to block this without too much trouble. Shuttle's poking in to try and get some more information, but the Reaver's sitting at the front. Oh, interesting. That's kind of a cheeky move there. Snow setting out the Reaver in the front, and then flying the shuttle in.
Yeah.
Sharp thought that the Reaver was in the shuttle, so he sends his vultures out and loses a vulture for that. Some good mind games going back and forth between these two.
Yeah, I mean, if the Scarabs had hit a bit differently, he would have killed both of those vultures as well if he got enough splash damage with the first one. But as a result, the vulture does get out onto the map, can lay down some mines and provide some scouting information, make sure there's no sneaky nexuses being set up elsewhere. You can be pretty sure that Snow is not being too crazy right now, but Snow looks like he is gearing up to take a very fast 4th base here at the 3 o'clock. He's going to utilize these Reavers to slow down any push timings from Sharp and then see if he can get away with a bit of greed. Usually you're going for like a 4th base around
He's
about
just baiting
11
him
minutes standard.
while he has a Reaver out.
This is kind of meta, and 9 minutes is super greedy.
Oh, this is probably not good for the Protoss, man.
Very nice.
Very nice Scarab, but get the fuck out of here, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wipe that out. Gonna be able to push out here without losing a single tank.
He was prepared, man.
Scary there for a second, Shun. I thought that Snow was gonna be able to dive on top of this, get some really good damage, kill off a few tanks, but now Sharp can take the 3rd base with confidence.
I mean, he just made a Stargate,
Nice.
by the way.
Scan.
So maybe he's
Gets
thinking
rid of that
these
observer.
horizontal
There's another
storms
one
that
there.
Carriers are going to be viable as well. I mean, Snow, he's the kind of technical guy. He certainly can just go.
Gets rid of another observer.
And that Stargate is placed so far away from the center of his main base that unless Sharp kind of scouts off to the edge with his scan, he's not going to identify.
Sharp is
that
playing
somehow.
super methodical, patient, and efficient right now, dude. Like I said, this is a top 4, top 8 Terran, so you cannot sleep on this guy. Let's see how Snow manages
Can be a little bit tricky to get up here.
to navigate this game.
Made so many factories to begin with to make sure he's got enough meat on the bone for Snow to have to chew through, so that could pretty much guarantee doing
Okay,
something.
mines.
Sorry, getting up that ramp easy while also putting on a lot of counter pressure and doing something by sending these wild jobs about trying to get some good connections. Oh, we can't get a drag into the probe line with that mine, and honestly that wasn't the best of vulture raids that we saw there. He needs to be careful not to drive too much of his vulture count, or will open himself up to counterattacks as well.
Well, it's a gamble. Sometimes the mind drag works, sometimes it doesn't, but when it works,
Very few Protoss
those
players
mind drags can be fucking
Snow is so
insanely fucking nasty, man.
He can pull it off. Going
Everything just blows the fuck up.
and getting the most likely getting the attack upgrade as well, so that he can just
Oh, that block,
utilize
holy
the
shit.
splash damage from the Reavers to gun down Goliaths and kind of set up an impassable
That was pretty good, man.
position or a defendable position where the carriers can kind of bounce back and forth to. Like, you just can't push in to 4 Reavers sitting on the ground with Goliaths. You're going to lose absolutely everything, and then the carriers kind of bounce in and out, sniping down tanks. It's kind of impressive to see. We rarely see anyone else able to pull it off, though.
Well, Snow wouldn't do this if it was cross-map, most likely, but having close spawns makes it a little bit easier to navigate with that the carrier force and run back to the safety of cliff faces and what have you. Also, makes it easier to identify the routes of attack from the Terran player and making sure you keep track of that with your shuttle Reaver control and slowing down the push timing. It's got 2 Stargates.
Carriers it is, man.
Right now. Now, Sharp hasn't scanned that, but he might have scanned the main and seen the core spinning. The problem is that you never know for sure if it's a mind game or not. Some Protoss players will, spin that core even though they've not got Stargates, just in case they want to transition into carriers in the later phase of the game. So you don't know for sure that it's carriers.
Yeah, they can always get +1 air and cancel it and restart it again. And keep the cyber core spinning in case the Terran scans there
That's the second time
and sees that shit upgrading.
Very good job here.
Ooh!
By Sharp.
Oh, he sees a Stargate there.
He just barely sees this
He
one Stargate.
probably...
Will he?
I'm thinking he's gonna scan there anytime. Like, he should scan again that
A
corner.
little bit longer here, I think, for another scanner to come up.
I mean, he has to, right? He hasn't fully checked that corner. He saw one Stargate.
Saw a Stargate and then thought, oh, you're just starting the carrier transition,
Yes.
not it's already finished.
That's exactly what I was thinking. If he thinks that Snow's only just now starting to go carriers, he might be in trouble. If he can figure out that, hang on a minute, he probably has another 2 somewhere. You can see he's hiding a second core up by those stargates as well. Sharp will have to do another follow-up scan soon and identify how many stargates there are in that corner, as well as seeing that second core. Will
My boy!
Make sure he knows what he needs to do to defend.
Did you get some food, Darkshade?
It's going to be having a pretty crisp +1 timing with a lot of
GG stream, man. I didn't watch
weapons will be slowed down a lot.
anything because I just got home, but
on the economy and army
good fucking run, my dude.
So
Welcome to the Dark Souls universe. Welcome to the club. I mean, if you played for almost 9 hours, it does mean you are obviously enjoying the game, so good shit, man. Alright, here comes the Terran push, man. Let's see how Snow can buy some time.
Just a few number, but once they get to 4 or more, they can really start to fight with the Terran and help provide a lot of air support to these ground forces.
I'm not so sure if he knows about this or not. That's a lot of Goliaths, but he's still building quite a few vultures. I mean, there's still a reasonable ground army, and he's pushing that back now, being pretty tentative about how he takes ground right now, slowly shoving forward here and just leapfrogging the tanks up along the map. He doesn't have a very far distance to go to get to Snow's base, but he's covered that ground pretty safely. Now he's
Snow reacts. There you go.
Third. Here comes the carriers. Is he going to be completely blindsided? I think he's got a
well, now he knows
idea of what's going on here, that he's going to be able to fight this and just rally Goliaths across the map. There's no way for Snow to get in the way of that rally and stop Goliaths from just coming up here to assist.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like he
holy siege tanks.
Just how fast the carrier timing is, but he was aware enough that he has enough.
Bro, sharp macro.
Pressure on Snow.
Holy fuck, man.
4 carriers is the threshold you need to start fighting the Terran. Ideally, you want 6. That's where the power spike really comes into play. And you don't have to actually kill the carriers. You can just keep shooting the interceptors over and over again and reduce the overall DPS output of those massive capital air units. He's done a good job of shoving it down and taking out this mineral-only expansion.
He's gonna split his force, I think.
Split up some forces to take other expansions down, but Snow's got some ground army here.
But Snow is going there with the carriers. He's gonna pick up these siege tanks for free.
Want to come down here and try and squash some of these expansions. Terran in a game of whack-a-mole right now, trying to get rid of as many of these bases as possible. When you're playing against carrier, kind of all bets are off. You have to start splitting your forces and trying to knock out bases as quickly as possible. Seems like Snow, though, has done a great job of preventing Sharp from getting anything more than just that one mineral base, and he has quite a high count of carriers now to stop Sharp from taking out this base at the 3 o'clock as well, I think.
Well, I mean, this is a lot of Goliaths, and he can't really reinforce this with ground troops. He's got.
I think Snow is dead, man, if I'm to be honest.
But there's mines and tanks in the way of a ground army coming here to assist for Snow, and he doesn't.
I mean, it's kind of soon to call it, but.
But I don't think he got a full transfer down there.
It's not looking good for the carrier player, man.
Have some probes there, but it's not as much as he would like. This army is making its way down now. He's decided, you know what, the center right is too hard to kill. Let me go after this main base and this natural down.
Unless
right.
Snow manages to
and see if we can't take this
get like +10 carriers.
Carriers not being controlled. He immediately jumps on top of one of them, almost gets the kill. Dude, Sharp is looking really good right now. I'm starting to think he might just win this game.
Or maybe, I mean, he's had a hard time.
Oh, he's going back to the center, man.
But he might be able to take it down now. It's 2-1 upgrades for these carriers versus the 2-1 upgrades of the Terra units. You're seeing that on screen now. There's not that many tanks, but there's plenty.
Oh, those 2 rivers, holy fuck. He needs to like get slightly closer to the siege tanks, no? Oh, you don't want to go there with the Goliaths, man.
So there's not crazy amounts of DPS available to Snow in the sky. You can see one of those carriers only had 4.
I don't know if trying to kill this base is the right call, though.
Job here of kind of defanging the threat of the Protoss player right now. This Skytoss having a little bit of problems. He's about to knock down this Nexus at the 3 o'clock. There's some Dragoons, I think, that made their way down to the southwestern quadrant. You're seeing a bit of picture-in-picture of that now. where they're putting some pressure onto these bases. That
Yeah, I don't know. It's so hard to break.
Honestly, Sharp's done a great job of expanding the way he has. Just put some SCVs on to repair that, to mitigate. Seems like he's forcing a bit of a retreat from Sharp. Bit of a mistake here, I would say, from Sharp, sending this many units down to the bottom left and kind of abandoning
For just 2 Dragoons?
force of Goliaths.
I mean, it's fine. He's just gonna...
By these carriers, I think this is definitely a mistake from the Terran to commit this many forces to go and clean up a small handful of Dragoons.
Yeah, he's sending a lot down here. Reavers are going to come
Wow.
and assist this, though. Can he target?
Yeah, he's gonna try to kill all the Goliaths he can, man.
Looks like he's gonna finally target
Oh
that
my
down.
god.
Reavers will fall, but that's a lot of damage. And
That was like
this
6,
carrier
7 Goliaths
has grown.
gone, and the carrier number, man, this is what I'm scared of.
Three
Like,
forces with another 3. Those
19
are
carriers now is insanely strong,
and,
dude.
Yeah, this has become very
This is
scary.
11 carriers now.
Or at least he can try. But Snow's going to be able to fly around and really start to abuse
Oh my
the,
god, I think
geography.
trying to snipe the base in the middle was
Knockout. He's
probably the
chosen this build
misplay
for a
here.
reason, and he's ready to start putting his plan into action.
I mean, he has 11 carriers right now, saying that's a very scary number. And
He bought so much time there with the freaking rivers in the high ground.
Down there, making it even harder for Sharp to try and squash some of these additional bases. He needs to go on the offensive right now and try and knock out these Protoss expansions while he still can. But there's so many carriers in the sky. I don't even know if he's going to be successful in doing so anymore. He needs to somehow catch Snow by surprise and out of position and get on top of some of these carriers.
He's like losing small groups of units.
Ground in support of this, making it very challenging to do so. Looks like he's catching one of those carriers is a pretty good pickup. I'm not sure there's enough Goliaths in reserve to deal with the remainder of carriers. He's got enough to snipe some of the interceptors and reduce the DPS, but not enough to deal with this threat head on anymore. You can see
Oh my
that
god,
Sharp
dude.
is starting to identify the predicament that he's in. Not only is are those Dragoons going on the counteroffensive yet
Okay, he
again,
gets
on
one,
top
but...
of that base in the bottom left, but even though he's killing like 1 or 2 carriers here and there, he's been whittled down to a nub. Still possible for the Terran to win though. If he can just keep shaving off 1 carrier here, 1 carrier there, it's possible to win. You can see he's almost catching another
Holy
one,
fuck.
but not quite able to do so. The micro of Snow just being a little bit too potent, +2 armor on those carriers now, and even a shuttle going to be putting on a bit of drop harassment in that bottom left base to try and siphon off some of the economy that Sharp has at his disposal.
Yeah, this could be a Reaver. It could be 2 Reavers. I'm going to go to work on some of these turrets. Does get rid of that, but Sharp is reacting in time. Carrier's moving in that direction, though. Might be thinking about heading down to that.
He's gonna add Storm.
Down this other main base because, yeah, technically the Terran player can stand toe to toe.
Bro, Protoss is max, man. I think, oh my god, I think Sharp had it, and because he
more macro going,
tried and tried
and
and
the
tried to
Protoss
kill
at
that
this point,
middle
the
center,
roles have been kind of reversed here. Terran needs to expand more because
that might
the
be-
units of Protoss just
yeah, that
become
might
so
have been the misplay,
incredibly
which is
efficient. You're able to
probably
kill
now gonna give the
Goliath
win to
and
Snow.
just gunning down absolutely everything with those carriers, and really all Sharp can do
Now
is
there's a
stand
bunch of zealots to
intercept.
tank some damage.
I mean, Sharp has done a great job of avoiding Snow driving a wedge between these units and the bottom left.
He's also sending High Templars. He's got Storm as well.
Snow has so many carriers in the sky. He's got 3-2 upgrades now on those carriers. Just 3-1 for Sharp, so not much armor to buffer against that interceptor damage. And the worrying thing is the High Templars that are joining the fray. If you get a couple of good storms on those Goliaths, you're in a world of hurt as Terran is. What he's trying to go for now, the Wing Edition, is getting these High Templars brought to bear.
Oh, he made 2 Archons, man.
Archons from those by trying to snipe them with the Vultures. So that's a small win there for Sharp. But Goliath's still a little bit out of position. Shield upgrades now starting.
Definitely
to
not what you
on
want
these
to. You
carriers
wanted
as
it to
well, making
storm,
these
but
Archons and the
might as well
characters
make them
stand
Archons
more
instead of losing
secure
them.
Already more bases being thrown up by Snow. He's looking to squash Sharp before he gets too big for his boost. +2 armor.
He's just gonna go for this base, man. He's like, alright, let me wipe out all this shit real quick.
The reign of terror of these carriers continue, forcing a full rotation of units down to his bottom left pocket. He's going to target the CC, saying,
Oh, he actually saves the CC. That was really close. We actually saw some.
Okay, gets one carrier.
with the turrets there. Got a kill on one of the carriers as they were taking down those turrets. So, I mean, this is some good moves. These are some good moves from Sharp, and he's avoiding big splash damage that can come out from both the Reavers and, of course, from those
gets the Signs Vessel. I don't know if he... did he fucking EMP or not?
Big turrets, so... I mean, this is some good move. These are some good moves from Sharp, and he's avoiding big splash damage that can come out from both the Reavers.
No, he doesn't.
From those High Templar.
I don't know if he had energy or not.
Morph into Archons is actually bigger than we might be thinking. This is slowed down Snow enough to where maybe Sharp can put together a defense here, keep himself alive. Archon dropped into the main. We rarely ever see an Archon drop in this matchup, but there it is. Really, in any matchup, Archon drop isn't really a thing, but he drops it in there, uses it to tank a little bit.
He just wants to trade it, use it as a shield to poke with the carriers.
I'm surprised we don't see Sharp trying to expand towards the north side right now, try to take that 12 o'clock when so much of Snow's attention is down here on the bottom left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of blown away by Sharp's resilience, honestly. Like, this is exceptionally high level stuff. He took that carrier count down quite a bit as well. You go down to 7, now it's back up to 8. He's done a great job of fighting back, and yeah, the snipes on the High Templars were critical. There was no splash damage really available to Snow to punish this count of Goliath. He still has a lot of micro potential going back and forward next to this cliff face and trying to see what he can do. But honestly, Sharp is making the right plays. You know, as soon as the carriers are out of range, he's just gunning down interceptors and gaining ground. When
Snow is taking more bases, though.
Go on the offensive yet again, but he has to be careful. You can see more High Templars in production from Snow as well.
He does spot that base.
Position where he can't avoid being stormed to death by those High Templars while the carriers are forcing an engagement. He might just have to tap out of this game as long as he can avoid
those observers Snow has in the middle of the map, man, giving him all the intel of Sharp army movement.
Yeah, it's going to be a long game no matter what. Lots of battling here with the carriers. One goes down.
Oh, you need to scan, brother.
Tank sieging up in the middle.
Okay, he does.
These High Templar from getting too close. Goliath's kind of wandering out on their own. Pretty hard to control when there's this much interceptor, this many interceptors in the air.
Look at all the observers, man. Like, Snow sees everything all the time, dude.
Out of range of the Goliaths and just keep on attacking. But he's actually going to make it through that corridor and down here to the bottom center. Try to shut down this base. Stop Snow from taking more than half the map. And that's half the battle. Just stopping Snow from getting more expansions. Oh, a lot of the tanks are getting sniped, though.
He's killing every single siege tank, man.
Quite get on top of them with the map geography. It's just
careful
very hard
there
to get around this little corner piece.
Yeah, I kind of feel like this.
Yeah, he lost like 6 siege tanks there. But I think Sharp is gonna deny that base at the end of the day.
I don't think Snow had any intentions of mining that unless Sharp.
Careful with the storm.
And I mean, but you are right that a split map does favor Sharp overall. So if he can keep this up for long enough, maybe he can make a good game of it. The problem is that now there's Storm to contend with on the ground as well as the.
Oh man, Sharp is losing so much here. You need to get the fuck out of there, man.
Carriers in the sky still. He's in full tactical withdrawal from.
No, bro, he dropped like 40 supply there.
On the ground to stop
for one Nexus.
Coming for a ground and pound on those 2 command centers in the bottom left. He's got some reinforcements showing up, but not nearly enough to keep Snow at bay. I feel like Sharp's in a lot of trouble now.
Yeah, it feels like he might have missed like a single round of Goliaths or something like that.
Not really. It's just that
he was maxed out for a bit.
And he just lost so much there, man.
50 supply, so. He's really hurting. He's trying to mount a good defense in the bottom left, and it looks like he'll hold for now, but the rotations from these carriers they're just so painful. Every time he heads into the main, he kills a bunch of buildings, and then when he comes back out to the natural, he kills a bunch of units. And he's just going to go back and forth, forcing the Goliaths to chase and never quite catch up to these carriers.
And Snow's done a phenomenal job of keeping his interceptors deployed most of the time. Just so you guys know at home, if you're not
I guess
you have to
you
keep
could try.
your carriers moving after the interceptors are deployed, so they can quickly pounce on something. They actually stay outside of the carrier.
Most pros don't use it though. I don't know
The
why.
aim of the game is to
Either they cannot afford it, or they don't feel like they can afford it, or it's just too much to control in micro to properly do it. I don't know. I think he's just fucking dumb, and because he's just constantly clearing small groups of Goliath tank. Look at again, look at the supplies again. He's like below 150 the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, he's killing off a ton of tanks now, down to 145 supply, and he's in between the Terran and his base is in the bottom left. So as soon as Sharp has to turn around and walk away, he's going to come down here and snipe down some of these command centers, and we're going to see how quickly a command center can die, guys. Yeah, that fast. It goes down so quickly with
Yeah, you thought cracklings could kill things quickly. I mean, these are cracklings in the sky. They don't even need surface area to do their DPS. Look at that CC get ripped apart despite the repair.
Well,
now has lost.
Oh man, Sharp is gonna be salty, man, because I feel like he had it.
Keeping him in this game.
He definitely had a window of time to kill Snow.
But he's unable to establish more bases. Snow has a small contingency of ground forces that move to that 12 o'clock to shut down any potential CC there. And,
And Snow carrier micro's decision making is pretty good, man.
This is not looking good for the Terran. He is drying up in this game. He had a little bit of a bank to work with to keep some rounds of production. He's long distance mining from those bases in the bottom left.
As a Terran player, I can feel the pain here, especially if you know there was a window of time where you could have probably ended the
He
game.
never made a move to take 12 o'clock. That base has been completely ignored.
Instead of going for middle, he probably had to attack the 2 bases below. Instead of 3, go for like 4 and 5.
Carriers are at the bottom side of the map. Take
O'clock.
bases at the top side of the map. The carriers are at the top side of the map. Take bases at the bottom side.
But
of the map.
that
Just
3
hard to
o'clock
rotate
base
all the way
with the
around.
high ground, with the rivers there, like
So you need a very minimal defense to keep that.
it
base
started
alive.
to snowball from
Same
there.
in a situation like this where you suddenly lose a couple
And now he's
of
just
command
fucked because he
centers,
has less money.
If you've got that base at 12
He keeps
o'clock,
losing
you at least
units.
have some income coming in to keep
While Snow just loses like 1 carrier every
hardly anything in the pocket.
minute
140
max.
supplies all he can muster here, and yeah, this carrier micro is just sick. He is doing so much damage here, and he can't really be targeted by Sharp. Sharp just can't run forward right now and get any kills on these carriers. He's gonna try eventually, but I mean, all he's doing is just killing interceptors, and there's a 7k mineral bank.
Yeah, I mean, he was doing that micro in an open field, which is the hardest use case of carriers, and he's still making it work. Not looking good for our Terran. Has got that base re-established in the bottom left.
Now he's got
long distance
some
mining, the main
gateway
down there.
units
He's
to
got the CC
charge.
But the army caught out of position now. A lot of speed zealots on the
This is game, man. This is GG. The game ends here, right now.
Top of it, Snow going to be forcing a tap out from Sharp now and progressing forward to that winners match as we expected. Really formidable.
Yeah, Terran was insanely hard to play in Brood War, man.
Toe with Snow for so long. Probably maybe one of the longest games of the day, saying taking us to 30 minutes against that really high level carrier micro. I mean, there were a few times during that game I thought Sharp was making it happen, but Snow's just too good, man.
Yeah, there was a really good chance for
I mean, I don't think Sharp played bad. He played pretty fucking solid. It was just a matter of decision making, and he kept trying to kill that 3 o'clock blaze.
To just go for,
And that's when Snow bought enough time, got out enough carriers, kept expanding, kept trading efficiently to eventually just
Could
win.
have done more damage. It's just, again, just too strong here. Snow with the Reaver carrier play, taking it into the late game and just
My baby girls.
gunning down Goliath after Goliath, keeping the carriers alive and beating him through a battle of attrition.
Yeah, I mean.
Alright, so mini Jadon, dude.
Well done from both players, honestly. I thought for a second Snow was going to.
Lately, it really does feel like the Tyrant is back, Shun. And here he is on screen. I mean, he had a bit of a hiatus. He had a bit of a down period in his career. Didn't really take Brood War as seriously as he did back in the day. Back in the Kespa era, he was so crazy strong, pretty dominant. Aside from, you know, taking on Flash, if Flash wasn't in the scene at that time, he would be the winner of most of those OSL, MSL tournaments. He was just so often in the finals getting taken down by Flash, but now Flash is gone, and he seems to have regained his will to compete in this past year.
Right. Yeah, it does seem like there's a fire that's lit within him that we haven't seen for quite some time, and he's really trying to perform at his best as of late.
Mini is so strong in best of one, man. Like, Jadon has to
most of these statistics
play his best right now if he doesn't want to go to the loser matchup.
Where they're at based on these statistics alone. Midi, though, one of the best Protoss versus
I definitely favor Jadon, but in a best of one, Mini can easily take one game from him. Because I'm sure he prepared a very specific, unorthodox build for Jadon right now. This is what this guy is best at. I don't think he's gonna try to play, well, I don't know, who knows, but
for his dominant past,
I don't think he's gonna try to play like textbook PvC against Jadon right now.
These other gamers, and now that he's trying really hard to perform at his best, he might go all the way.
He's gonna go for a specific timing, or who the fuck knows.
Right now, that posture,
it also depends on what map they're gonna play.
Well, it's the ASL Season 20 Group C match number 2 between Jaylong and Mini, guys. The map again gonna be knockout. This match should be epic. Let's get it started.
It's the same map. Okay. Yeah, Bisu as well, man. And they are both in very nice shape.
Jadon down here in the bottom right. Mini top right. The way you talk about Jadon, Shun, reminds me of Frieza. He wasn't even trying before. Now he's here and actually training. See what his power level is looking like. I mean, seriously, his power level is insane right now, guys. I mean, he's really taking the game seriously. You can tell that he is hungry for an ASL title.
I mean, I'm actually getting chills before I've even seen him play. I'm getting chills from thinking about his play right now. Saying, like, and his performances in the recent KCM were really spectacular. He was in a bad situation in a lot of those games, and even when he was in a bad spot, he was fighting back strong and giving us real nail-biter of games, creating so much chaos out on the map, even in the late game phase. And you can see a lot of fans there.
A lot of flaquitas, man. Juicy flaquitas.
Previous success. He did so good in the Pro League in times old. And maybe
these motherfuckers have their
some of that dominance here in the modern era as
club of fans
capable of doing so. I want to see a Jadon back in form and giving us some great games of StarCraft.
Yeah, it's an amazing time to be alive, Shun, to have Jadon performing at this level. It really is an awesome thing to see. And his opponent Mini over here, like I said, he's got the posture of an otaku. And I mean, he's got the claws of a Wolverine as well. This guy, I mean, he looks like he spends every moment of every day studying this game. That's the type of guy we're looking at right now. Like, Mini is he's a special type of guy, and he really takes it personally when things go wrong, and unfortunately that can be his downfall at times.
Yeah, it's kind of strange, right? Like, it's his biggest strength, how obsessed he is with his StarCraft, but also his biggest weakness. I think that's why we see such an emotional roller coaster from this guy. When he's up, he's up, and when he was down, he was down. I mean, that's just how he's always been. And To be honest with you, we've always discussed in StarCraft many years ago that there's kind of two types of gamers. You've got these mechanical guys, and you've got these emotional guys, and it just so happens that Mini's one of those emotional guys.
Let's do that.
Okay. I mean, everyone's different. Sometimes it really does play against him, but when he is on a high, he's just flying low. We got a quick 3 base here from Jaedong, a gateway expand from Mini, looking to put pressure on. He's definitely more favoriting this gateway expand than Forge usually, unless he's going for a cannon rush, so not too surprised by that. Does hide one of the Zealots from the first Overlord and shows the second here, so hoping to surprise Jaedong with this 2 Zealot timing.
Let's see if he's tricked. Mini, so well known for his early aggression, his Zealot control is basically unmatched. He's so good with these early units.
Surround, careful.
Surround here from Jaedong. Oh, pretty good.
Very nice micro. Holy fuck, those Mini Zealots. Oh, he's gonna lose one.
Looks like he will lose this Zealot though, turning right as the next Zealot arrives. Can he get the kill on that second Zealot? Not quite. And so Jaedong will be driven back here. 2 Zealot timing is still going on. Counterattack headed Mini's way though.
Yeah, it's very common just to make non-stop lings temporarily, all the way to about a count of 12 or so total when you are against this gateway first expansion style of play. Beautiful control from Jaedong, using some Zerglings to get into the main base, put on some pressure. Back in the day, these were known as Jaedong lings, and they would just never die in the main base, and looking to really start to put a thorn in Mini's side here. If he's good enough at controlling these Zerglings, he could even make a
one probe
in this mineral line, but he doesn't want to have to make a cannon just for 2 Zerglings if he can help it. Trying to slip in some more Zerglings in natural expansion, no, but do so. Mini doing a good job of plugging up those holes, cannon on the way, putting some DPS onto that gateway meanwhile, but if speed comes online, those 2 Zerglings in the main base could do a lot more damage than just the probable 2 they've killed so far.
Yeah, this is looking a little scary here for Mini, but he finishes the cannon. Nice control there, getting rid of lings in the main base. He is kind of stabilized here.
Holy fucking counter by Jaedong, man, after going 3 fast hatchery.
But not able to scout the main, so he doesn't know if there's a Hydra follow-up coming or if this is just going to be a normal transition from Jaedong. Plus, he's still dealing with this ling in the main.
Yeah, Jaedong not on top of his task switching as much as he would be in his Kesper era, so you can see these Zerglings in the main base not doing quite as much damage as they would in times past, but he did deny the scouting probe, getting inside that main base. We've talked a lot in previous casts about how important the information warfare is. In this matchup in particular, Zerg has the advantage in terms of information gathering, and it's really the onus on the Protoss.
Wow, look at the scout.
What the Zerg is doing.
He's checking all the map right now.
Get out onto the map and confirm
or not, he just decided to come back there. That was a weird movement.
Stargate is, and just hope for the best, and seems like Jaedong not going to be doing anything like a crazy fast 3 hatch Hydra like a 973, but
Jaedong is going full fucking macro, man.
And try and see if he can get in there pre-storm.
That's the 5th hatch, if I'm not mistaken.
A pretty normal orthodox macro game here from Jaedong.
A little bit of a shame here for Jaedong. He actually spread his lings really well into the top left to try and look for a Zealot. And then as he was bringing them back to the natural, he kind of missed this Zealot pathing.
Oh, he was looking for a Zealot.
So
oh, okay.
His way all the way down to bottom center. And now Jaedong's going to have to run all the way down here. He's going to have to try and move the drones. This is just such an annoying situation that comes up in a ton of ladder games. Oh my gosh, he loses a drone as well. And in professional games as well. It's just very hard to catch every Zealot moving out to really have full control of the vision in the front. And he just
very little damage, to be honest.
He's really been punished for it, losing a drone and a lot of mining time.
Well, I mean, the Stargate is super late, the Sez was super late. He's going to kill this one Overlord here. Jaedong doesn't mind too much about that. But he did, you know, circumnavigate going for...
Okay, Kakarot, help you out, your boy here.
He is looking to do some kind of pre-storm timing, because he hasn't got a let. The only thing is that if he hasn't got an Overlord near this rally point, he will be shut down by Dark Templars trying to go for a bust. So, looks like Jaedong will be doing a more macro-orientated variant of this lairless style. for the time being, just getting as many drones out as possible.
He needs to scout what's going on, man. Do you have a lair? Are you going Spire? Or you just have a lair on the way right now?
Some of those slow overlords. It'll be a long time coming until they have that speed upgrade.
He's rushing Storm, obviously, because he needs to worry about Hydras right now.
A lot of Zealots coming out here. Jadon should have the mass, he should have the muscle to fight back against these Zealots.
Wow, he's gonna try to attack.
Right spot, because Zealots are
Zealot run by to the third? No, he's gonna try to sandwich.
Hydras, mind you. Yeah, the Hydras are gonna get flanked. Zealots come in.
Holy fuck.
Both sides here. Lynx managed to get in the way of those Zealots, so
Mini, man, with the crazy plays.
Getting on top of this and getting a great trade.
That's a lot of Zealot, my dude.
Well, here Jadon just barely manages to slip back there. Can he stay alive and prevent disaster with the Zealots getting in on top of everything?
Very nice micro by Jadon, man.
And he hasn't lost any overlords. This is
Wow.
actually a very good hold from Jadon.
Very nice hold.
Just having so much, so many Hydras here able to survive that.
Nice play by both.
Yeah, he focused a lot more on that economy and army rather than going into that tech early on. So he's been able to muster quite a lot of units as a result. But honestly, really well played from Mini to drive a wedge between those Hydras and cut off the path of retreat. It was really nicely done from him. Just Jadon played a little bit better and was able to overcome that deficit and fight back strong there. Have got a Dark Templar now starting to squeeze its way out onto the map. There are plenty of overlords. The question is, will he have enough distribution of them at both bases, and can he stop these Corsairs catching them and opening up the position? Looks like the answer is going to be no. Looks like the Dark Templar probably won't easily get in there and do the damage that it needs to do. I think Jadon's going to be okay.
Templar making their way across the map. The March of the Templar, guys. I mean, you're supposed to get out on the map here and try to snipe some of these High Templar before they get to your Sim City, but Jadon's feeling a little bit nervous here. He thinks that there's going to be more Zealots arriving soon. He's just not going to be expecting these High Templar, though, and it could be disastrous. Here comes the first storm.
Oh, but he's gonna lose it.
Oh, that's a very good snipe.
And the second High Templar.
He gets both of them. The second storm almost
Oh
came
my
out there,
god,
but
very
wasn't,
poor control.
able to get it in time.
He got greedy trying to storm,
Three
and
overlords down here, so he's got plenty.
he probably had like
of
4
vision.
storms
He gets rid of
available
the
there,
DT,
man.
And the Zealots are going to start to target down drones. Very good Sim City from Jadon, utilizing it perfectly as well. Not a lot of damage here yet, but High Templar coming from the backside, whiffs the storm. He doesn't hit there.
Ooh, 3 more, but they are unprotected, man. What is Mini doing, bro? He's just fucking donating High Templars. Oh, the drones.
Huge damage over the third, and the Zealots making their way into the natural.
Oh, these attacks are crazy, man.
This is absolutely wild. Said so many drones go down both sides. Really well played from both gamers, though. Mini finding a lot of damage. Finally, with that
at the end, he finds crazy damage, but
doing a lot of heavy lifting.
I don't know, man. It felt like, bro, oh my god, there's no way.
Overrun right now. It looks like this is just too much Mini to handle. He's getting on
The
top
2 base all in
of
from
it
Mini.
anyway. The drones are now exposed in the main base. So is the Spire. He's going to target that down now. That's a good choice from Mini. Some Hydras coming to try and save the day from that.
He's gonna get the Spire, bro.
But not before these Zealots will do their due diligence, and a lot of damage will be sustained by Jadon, losing that Spire as well as a couple of drones in the main base. 4 evacuation orders have been issued, and he will clean up these Zealot forces.
Oh my
but
god,
not more
another High Templar,
to his
bro.
natural. He's looking for a big storm on a drone train right now. He's just
Oh my god.
taking out another 5 drones. Jadon's
There's one lurker.
Total disarray. Mini is basically all in with
But
this 2 base timing. But
Jadon is fucking cooked, man. He has no economy, bro. Mini is not all in, he's fine. Jadon is in a very bad spot. I think he's just fucking dead. I'm not gonna... Let's be fucking real here.
It was almost looking like a hold for a moment there, Shun. It seemed like Jadon might just be able to get enough dodges on the storms and keep himself alive, but that rally of Zealots coming into the natural plus the storm on all of those drones. I mean, how do you ever recover from 45 supply from Jadong? I mean, he's going to stick in here. He's going to try to stay alive for the time.
The moment observers are out, this is over, man.
Dead. This follow-up attack.
There's no drones. There's no...
I mean, he's going to have a few lurkers to help deal with the Zealots, but now there's Dragoons being brought to bear. So just when Jadong stabilizes against these Zealots, now he's got Dragoons in his face. Mini will have to wait for an observer, though, to come to the front to really put the nail into the coffin of Jadong. I mean, this
is that a drop?
It looks like Jadong's trying to distract Mini.
That's a fake, right?
Overlords that are going northward right now. I'm not even sure these overlords have anything in them. I think this is just to draw the army of Mini back and alleviate some of the pressure that's on Jadong right now. It's been
nah, Jadong is dead, bro. There's no recovery from this. He lost everything.
Bring everything back home for Mini. Trying to worry about some kind of lurker drop timing, but the reality is Jadong just wants to stabilize back at home enough to get some oxygen back into his muscles to have some kind of game plan.
I mean, is there anything he can do at this point?
No, bro, I don't think so, man.
Third base for the Protoss player, which is, I guess, something.
Or observers.
Observers are lacking here too. I mean, you can't just win the game because of the lack of observers, though. He's trying to drone behind this while looking for observer snipes. If he snipes one more observer, maybe he'll have enough time to rebuild an army. He's gonna run forward. Oh, he loses it. He'll have
bro, like, come on, man.
He was really
this is so fucking over, bro.
Look at how few forces are here for Jadong. He's just
Mini's gonna be like, alright, allow me to just
run back to the high ground and guns down a few
get into nice position to attack, get my observers in position,
he's been able to replenish
and A move and storm the fuck out of you.
It might be too late now. There's such a large standing army of Dragoons to contend with. This is exactly the right number. About 2 control.
Ooh, nice observer snipe.
It's plenty to start pounding through the Zerg. Those eggs are being stormed as well. Just one more follow-up storm. Also, he doesn't even
wow. Told you, man. I don't favor Mini against Jadong in a best of 3, but in a best of 1, I told you Mini could fucking beat him, man.
Contender, but with his earlier performance in that round of 24, we didn't necessarily expect him to do too well here today. But
alright, don't worry about the Jadong. He still has he's gonna play sharp.
Dropping down to that losers match.
And now we have a PvP, man. Snow versus Mini, really?
Sharp and join us in that finals match. We'll have to wait and see.
Oh, this is gonna be nuts.
We've got a Protoss versus Protoss mirror matchup coming up in the winners match. That's gonna be next.
Yeah, PvP. I mean, we're gonna get that best of 3. We're getting at least 1 Protoss player out of the group, guys. So 3 Protoss in the round of 8. Guaranteed now with this.
I have no idea how good PvP Mini is, but I know Snow is like
there's 8 players in the round of 8.
Pretty decent, solid.
You guys at home should be rejoicing. The race distribution definitely Protoss sided now, since one of the races could have 2 and the other 3. So very strong contenders for getting that coveted ASL title at long last, saying, and what better contenders?
That was such a crazy timing he did, man.
Great Protosses in that round of 8. Got Bisu and Best and either Mini or Snow.
Endless hordes of charge lots,
yeah, we're gonna
speed
go
lots.
Break, guys.
And those high Templars, man, I was like, bro, control your shit, man.
I'm gonna use
and even if he didn't like get the best storms at the beginning, he like that storm catching the all the drones evacuation, man. Oh my god! And then the second storm at the natural also giving like 8-9 drones or something. The first storm got like plus 12, 14 drones, something stupid. Had to be 12, I guess, since that's the max you can pick, and they were all like clumped and shit. What the fuck, man?
Wow. Been a while since we casted a big PvP series.
Yeah.
It's bound to happen. We've got so many strong Protoss contenders right now. And these are two of the strongest.
I think Snow's going through. His PvP is so good. Like, there's not many people on the planet as good at PvP as Snow is. Mini has had great results in PvP in the past, but in the best of 3 series against Snow, my money's on Snow. I think we'll be having Snow joining us in that round of 8 as the 3rd Protoss contender. Who knows? Mini could still, even if he loses now, go through to that finals match and be a 4th Protoss in the round of 8. I'm sure that will get you guys excited. But my money is still going to be on Snow getting out 2-0 and Jaedong somehow clawing his way back in this group and joining us too.
I think that's a high probability. Let's see if Mini's got something special here prepared to take down Snow. We're going to be starting off on Polestar, going through to Dominator next. There's a lot of trickery that can be done in PvP, and the opening builds do matter a lot. If he's got something really nice prepared, maybe Mini can make an upset happen. Let's get it.
Well, let's find out. It's the round.
It's rock, paper, scissors in PvP, no?
Group.
Do you want to open for
Season 20.
Robo
Winners
Observer
match between Snow and Mini. It's on Polestar.
for scouting and countering DT? Do you want to go for Reaver?
Snow, spawning top left. Mini,
Do you want to go for DT? Do you want to go for
bottom right, cross map situation, and
3-gate pressure
in for a really good
instead of
game
fast
on this
teching,
massive
like
map.
something like
Cross
that,
map
dude?
Could have some kind of interesting.
Do a timing,
game.
3-gate
Not
timing.
goes that far in PvP. But
And try to
crazy
kill your
things can
opponent or
happen,
do damage
especially
while they're
if somebody
attacking.
does a
I don't
bit
know,
of
man.
early
We'll see.
damage. Can't quite close it against Snow. Maybe we could see Snow, drag it out really long.
Are they gonna play standard both and go into like
ride.
1-gate Robo?
But I'm expecting pretty solid closers
Dragoon
from
Reaver
Snow.
Observer.
When it comes to Dragoon Reaver control, there's just nobody better.
Yeah, no, I mean, the reality is this matchup predominantly comes down to Reaver Goon control, and Snow's pretty good at that when all things is said and done. We'll have to see if he can find that kind of simple way of closing out the game against Mini, or is Mini gonna make this a little bit harder for him to figure out? I imagine both players will be going 1-gate core. I mean, you can technically go 2-gate, but I mean, that's more of a, if you're not that well familiar with Protoss versus Protoss and you want to put on pressure onto your opponent, the reality is that the better player will probably always go 1-gate core, and you can still defend against a 2-gate. So yeah, not surprised at all to see both of these guys go for 1-gate gas into that core play. The question is, how greedy will they be in taking this Nexus? It's kind of like a game of chicken with who blinks first. Who will be looking to take a bit of an economic lead in this match? Will one of them want to put on a lot of pressure? We could see like a 3-gate Goon play without any observers. That'd be a bit risky. Bit of a rock, paper, scissor here in this matchup, and one guy could go for DTs, for example. So I imagine we'll see a bit of a middle of the road approach from both of these guys, and it's very common in the first game of a best of series to do more of a feeler build to kind of see where your opponent is at and what kind of thought process they've got and how well they're playing on the day. So let's see.
Yeah, I don't expect Mini to go for anything like a DT here. I don't think that Snow will skip any steps or try to be greedy. But maybe Mini could go like hyper greed, try to bank on the fact that Snow will just be playing safe, try to get an early advantage that way.
Yeah, could be as
I'm
well.
really curious what Mini's game
Go
plan
for
is.
like
What's
super
going on
greedy
in this guy's head
economy build.
going into this first game. Nothing has happened just yet, but he knows that he's going to be.
No,
a
they
bit of
both
an
get the
underdog.
scout.
Both players slip into the main base and get a scout off, and Mini and Snow both going to retreat back out again after just getting a tiny bit of information. They pretty much identified that they have the exact same builds here.
Yeah, it is possible to stop the probe getting in, but you need perfect control.
Bro, we are playing
so as long as you're active,
literally the same game right now. This is crazy, man.
Always going to try and get the chase micro a little bit there. Does get the first shot on the Dragoon now, does Snow. Forcing a retreat from Mini.
Snow has the advantage right now.
Zealot doing some 1-2 combos. So is
the
Zealot of Mini, though, but he will get the Dragoon finally. Trying to utilize the probe to catch the Dragoon of Snow. But Mini unable to do so, and Snow picks up a bit of a tactical trade win there. This Dragoon is super
it's psychological win there, more than anything. That's a wounded Dragoon. It's not gonna make a difference.
Just because the unit's on 1 HP.
But it's a psychological win. Like, I have the better micro son,
Maybe Snow
so
will find a tempo advantage because of that as a result.
Be on your guard, little Jimmy.
Mini allowed that Zealot to get an attack off on his Dragoon. Kind of snowballed that fight there. Almost had Mini kind of trap the Dragoon of Snow and actually get the kill. But behind this, look, Mini gonna try and sneak out a Nexus. He's gonna go for some serious greed. Kind of hoping that Snow will just take that advantage and take his own Nexus, be a little bit greedy himself. But Snow is actually going to put on the pressure now with 3 Dragoons and a Zealot. Can he actually break through here? I mean, one of these Dragoons is super low, so if that gets targeted down, he might end up losing the fight and having a problem here with this early Nexus. I think he's going to get away with it, Shun. I don't see how Snow can punish this.
If there was a second gateway, I would say that yes, Snow can punish, but the reality is he went 1 gate observer into expand. This is a very safe, cautious way that Snow is playing, and Mini's going to get away with this as a result. Like, if this was like an early 2 gate...
Oh, he's just basically going to get his Nexus slightly earlier. But this is still a mirror game.
In this cross-map positioning, that extra Dragoon not actually accounting for too much, due to how quick it is to get Dragoons to the front for Mini relative to Snow. So, I mean, we're all said and done.
But in return, Snow is taking slightly faster as well.
Yeah,
like,
I think what I was
one thing for the other.
at the beginning of this game, that maybe...
It's just gonna equalize eventually, it's not gonna make a difference.
He just goes for greed. Just assume that Snow will play safe. Not do something like a DP, skip Observer here early, get that early.
Definitely got the Nexus like a solid minute before earlier, man. I mean,
no, he's playing
it's definitely gonna
just playing the game of StarCraft right
now. That's exactly right, Sam. And I mean, Snow did
allow him to get a slight economic advantage.
Mini kind of assumed he would do that, and now has gotten away with a slightly faster Nexus time.
Alright, give me 1 second, man. I need to fucking pee. Alright, we back.
Will have the same tools that Snow will have. There'll be 2 gateways apiece, and both players will try and get the shuttle and Reavers out. And the reality is that Mini's just going to have a little bit more juice in the tank to do so with that slightly faster Nexus, higher probe count. And as long as that Mini can avoid being outmaneuvered in this game, it's going to be shaping up pretty well here. The one advantage for Snow is this early observer. Like, he's going to have really good information, and sometimes the observer in PvP can make a really big deal of difference. It helps you know when to attack, when to not attack, and looks like though Mini trying to catch his observer, he does kill that observer of Snow. That's a really big win. You don't want to waste
good
time
catch.
making observers when you don't have to. That robo production is so important. You ought to be making shuttles and reavers with that usually, not observers. So catching any observers not only denies the vision, but siphons off some of that production time.
Almost a clash there in the middle of the map. Both players pulling back, knowing that their reavers are on the way and they don't want to take an engage without that critical unit. Jockeying for position here in the middle. Snow making his way forward with the reaver shuttle. Same from Mini, at a supply advantage, but Snow is incredibly strong with his control. And Mini take the upper hand. Snow moving towards the natural.
Base trade.
Both players moving towards each other's natural right now.
Oh my god.
She's gonna arrive
What the fuck is gonna happen
Mini's
here, bro?
not far behind. He's got a bigger army. Let's see how this goes. It's just gonna be a massive trade. Probes on the ramp cannot stand and fight. Not with that. Oh! It actually connected. There was a huge train of probes.
Yes, he got a lot of probes.
Pylon here on the high ground.
Oh my god.
On the reaver.
Oh,
First reaver gonna end up
Snow gonna lose his reaver here.
Shot does connect, can pick up this reaver into the shuttle, back away, but the reaver and shuttle in
Oh
the main
my
base
god,
of
base
right
traded
now.
scenario.
I don't know how
So
this goes,
sick,
Shun.
man.
Does anyone have the ability to get a DT out? I don't think so.
Well, Snow was holding. No, they don't. Well, Snow was holding the round a little bit better than Mini temporarily. So Snow has won the
Get the
trade
pylons.
initially, but that could change very quickly now as the Reaver starts to ravage the probe line in the main base, equalizing supplies. Snow in a lot of trouble, losing pretty much all of his probes. Mini had quite a few probes in the natural that were mining for a little bit extra time. So you can see a lot more banked minerals here for Mini, which means he can make a nexus.
Yes.
Expansion
Oh, he's gonna get the probes, man.
So this base trade doesn't
Oh, no,
Snow's not getting out.
no probes escaped.
I'm not sure if there's like one probe out on the map right now for Snow. I don't think there is.
He's gonna try to get it with the shuttle.
Coming back here. A couple of probes in the main base. Can he somehow get a probe out? It doesn't even matter. He's not got that 400 minerals needed to replace one of these nexuses. So Mini is ahead right now, both in supply and the.
Alright, Snow has no probes.
Making a few more scarabs as well as building a nexus eventually.
Gonna bring the Reaver over here, maybe not to kill the Reaver of Snow, but at least to push it away so that he can get rid of some more of these buildings. It's a full-on base trade here.
Oh, a battery.
He can't afford a Nexus now.
I don't. Why would he?
Oh, he canceled something at home. Now he's got 500 minerals, so I'm not sure exactly what he was building back at home, but he canceled something. And I mean, going for the shield battery to such a
That's pretty sick, man.
I mean, it's either Giga Brain or it's completely ridiculous, but I'm not sure exactly which. We're waiting to find out here as he goes up the Nexus of Snow. He can kind of camp on the high ground, maybe build his own Nexus here in a moment. Dude, this is a wacky game. Maybe the kind of the one way though that Snow could lose.
So I understand the thought process here for Mini. He has less Dragoons overall than Snow does, so he needs something to compensate. So we need a shield battery close to the ramp to help buffer and regenerate some of that precious shields. Because the reality is that Snow has 8 Dragoons, Mini only has 4. So this is going to be weird because there is a way that Snow can actually get up the ramp and punish this. But with the shield battery here, topping up the Dragoons and with the high ground advantage might be a little bit tricky.
Oh, dodging the scarab, man.
This Nexus, he will just barely get it. It does actually kill it, actually. That's got 6 HP on the Nexus. But as we can see, 5 Dragoons on the ramp with that shield battery versus the 8 Dragoons and Zealot of Snow on the low ground. But with that shield battery, kind of makes the difference. He's trying to see if he can get an elevator, a Dragoon in the main base with a Zealot to help support this Reaver on the ground. Here come the Dragoons trying to pounce up onto the ramp while they still can. Some shield battery regeneration going onto those Dragoons. Can he snipe the Reaver? Yes, he does. Snow has sniped the Reaver. Has still got his shuttle and Reaver as well. Mini in trouble. Gonna have to tap out. And Snow.
No. Wait, what? What the fuck, dude? It went all so fast, man. No fucking way Snow wins this.
The 8 Dragoons and Zealot of Snow on the low ground, but with that shield battery, kind of makes the difference. He's trying to see if he can get an elevator, a Dragoon in the main base with a Zealot to help support this Reaver on the ground. Here come the Dragoons trying to pounce up onto the ramp while they still can. Some shield battery regeneration going onto those Dragoons. Can he snipe the Reaver? Yes, he does. Snow has sniped the Reaver, has still got his shuttle and Reaver as well. Mini in trouble, gonna have to tap out, and Snow
What a
clawing his
wow.
way back from death. Unbelievable. Mini
Wow.
is tilted.
Oh my god.
What? That's crazy, Shin. I can't believe
Snow is insane, man. His shuttle River Micro is insane.
2 pylons at the top of the ramp, but he didn't build a shield battery or anything to block him, and just running straight up that ramp, getting on top of the Reaver like that. Big mistake from Mini. Snow clutches it out. I actually thought that Snow was going to lose that
What the
game,
fuck?
man.
What the
I
fuck?
really did.
I have no idea what just happened, man.
When I saw the army in Snow's base with that 400 minerals, all the probes, or not all, but a bunch of probes escaped there for Mini. It was a dire situation, but Snow still made it work. How can you not be tilted after a loss like that?
I'm getting those nerd chills saying that was seriously
What an insane game, man.
Snow was able to win from that position.
I can't believe Snow won that.
Game plan, but trying to save too many minerals for Scarabs and the Nexus came back to haunt him. And just wasn't able to keep on top of things. We're going to be jumping into the next game now, though, guys. The ASL Season 20 Group C, game number 2, Snow versus Mini. And the map, it's going to be Dominator. Let's get it on.
What the fuck? Speechless, man. Fucking speechless.
Snow.
He looks so calm and composed after pulling that fucking victory,
What
man.
a nail biter that last one, dude. Anytime you have a base trade, it's crazy, but that one was something special. I mean...
Mini is tilted. Mini is going for the proxy, man.
You almost have to expect it. He's gonna... Is he gonna build gateways in his opponent's main or something?
I think so. Something like that.
Checks
I
the
think he
mineral.
can. Like, yeah, I mean, I think he's just going to build it here. Yeah, this is a smarter spot. He's kind of like flipping a coin and hoping that his opponent's at the 3 o'clock.
And he is right.
If his opponent was in the bottom left.
I mean, not right,
He's
but
just flipping
he's
a coin right now.
he's
This guy's so tilted. He's a gambling man. I don't know what's saying.
he is
Gambling as
furious,
really
man.
does pay off. And Snow,
Baby girls are like, what is he doing?
this is going to get wild. Usually, the proxy gates can be stopped by good micro and staying calm under pressure, but with them being this close,
Double gate. This has to be 2 gate, right?
a little bit challenging.
It's obviously a proxy 2 gate all in.
This game, and doesn't let that game number 1 get to him too much. Might be able to get a quick win under his belt here against Snow.
I mean, there was a gamble last
Oh my
game
god,
going
oh my
for
god, oh my 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 god.
Counter-attack like that. Going for base trade was a
Oh,
gamble.
no way. Please tell me he checks it. Please tell me he checks it.
Oh my god, what a genius proxy, man.
He knows Mini too well. Wait, is he gonna come back? Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Yeah, I mean,
Checking for the other side.
base trading was a gamble in that last game, but this is flipping a coin, Shin. Like, this is a 50-50, and it's actually gonna pay off, but it's crazy what Mini's willing to do in ASL.
I mean, you kind of got to respect.
Told you Mini is nuts, man. Oh, now he's gonna see it. Alright, well, I think he bought enough time. Snow with the crazy scout, man, like...
I mean, he could just make a second.
I think it was the pro that kind of gave it away. The timing, I don't know. I don't know, man. But he kept like going in circles and finally checked there.
Not allowing Mini to kill too many of these workers. Mini trying to put some pressure onto one of these probes already, but the Zealot's out in time from Snow. Gets one punch combination on that, but as you can see, he's just running towards the mineral line to try and catch some of these probes. With good good drone drill from those probes, though, could spell disaster for Mini if he's not careful. Probe gets one of the probes as well. That's crazy. Now there's not much DPS potential from Mini. Suicide has got that shield battery.
Wow, the shield battery, man. The Zealot, boom, recharged.
3 probes, 2 Zealots, more than enough to keep this at bay. Mini gonna run around the back of that mineral line.
He just needs to pull the probes.
By now, but it is what it is.
Oh, dude, Snow is too sick. Like, he's dealing with the Zealots coming in. He pulls 2 probes to surround his opponent's probe.
He doesn't give a fuck about the gas.
Even
does he?
As well.
Mini losing.
Shield batteries here
Oh my god.
for Snow. He knows he
It's
just
like
needs
the
to
third
live.
time he was
And he's
losing
doing, a perfect
effective
job
DPS with
staying
his
alive
Zealots.
here. Mini is kind of missing his control on 2 sides, like trying to micro on 2 sides. He's usually super
Still a
good
lot of Zealots though.
his tilt after losing
Oh.
the probe.
Yeah, great positioning.
Oh, the batteries, man.
And shield battery as well. Mini finally bringing the probe to bear to get his own shield battery online.
Are you serious?
Assistance. Snow going to be putting a bit of a timer on that, starting to chip away at the shield battery.
Oh, that's gonna get cancelled.
It doesn't matter. He's going to kill. That shield battery has got 2 of his own.
This game shade, I told you these games are insane.
Got enough juice out of it to make it worthwhile.
When did you watch this shit in Brood War, man?
Zealots versus 6 right now for Mini, but with the additional shield battery energy, maybe Snow could still make this work. Mini trying to get another shield battery online and does successfully do so. Also chokes up these points, making it harder to get surface area from those melee units. Snow has less energy available to him.
So sick, there's so much Mini micro, man. In 3 different times.
Trade as well. Mini coming out ahead of the trade so far, saying,
Oh my goodness, this is so crazy, Shoda. Look at how many shield batteries there are. There's 6 shield batteries. This is more shield batteries than you'll see in like 500 games.
Wow, Mini's gonna do it, man.
This many shield batteries. Yeah, absolutely. He's still adding more. He's still adding more, and he's actually doing it.
Yeah, he wins.
It's a hard thing to hold.
Snow is
I think
fucked.
Snow did a fantastic job. The gamble pays off though, and it looks like Mini's going to take the second game.
I mean, this is crazy. I think so. There's a lot of low HP Zealots for Mini. Maybe.
I'm so hyped for the third game between these 2 maniacs, man.
Kind of crazy.
I mean, Mini is a maniac. Snow is just the GOAT, the Protoss GOAT.
Out from Snow. Mini not happy with winning though. You see that emotion from Mini? He won the game and he's responding that negatively. And you know what? If Snow does close out this final game against Mini, I give Jaedong even more chances of breaking out of this group. If he faces off against Mini in the final match after taking down Sharp, we will have a tilted Mini.
I believe in Snow though. To me, Snow is just...
We'll have to see what comes to pass though. Mini is still in this. He could find a way of dismantling Snow in this.
I don't know,
final game.
man.
Will be coming up soon.
To me, it's probably the best Protoss right now.
You know exactly why Mini was.
But all of these Protoss are insane, obviously.
When you're trying to do an attack, like he built the pylon.
You can see how crazy Mini can, like, bro, he's playing aggressive, man. You saw that timing he did against Jaedong.
And still made it work.
Those aggressive
Props
plays.
to him for pulling that off against Snow.
And this base trade where he had it and Snow barely makes it with his
Actually, like,
GOAT
never
fucking micro.
some play like that, but
Mini is like, alright, let me fucking duplicate proxy you, you little bitch. Let me tie this series up, man. And he manages to do it, man.
Did some excellent control.
It was looking better for Snow at the start with the Mini micro wars. Look at baby girls, man.
Some Doom Eternal tier music playing right now, definitely encapsulating the craziness and the intensity of this round of 16.
They are hot, man. These flaquitas.
That was like 6 or so shield batteries, literally the most least made.
I still think Snow makes it out of here, and Mini is gonna go against the winner of Jaedong or Sharp. That obviously anything can happen here. Let's see.
They can be going into this decider match, guys. This is going to be really intense. ASL Season 20 Group C final game.
Winner of this game goes to next fucking phase, man.
And the map, guys, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be
This is insane right now.
On.
Match point. to get through this phase of round of 16.
Here in the top right, Mini down in the bottom right, taking a deep breath there. He managed to win with that gamble play, flipping coins. Is he going to continue to do so? I mean, the trend is probably going to continue. That counterattack was a coin flip in the first game.
Oh
and
yeah, obviously
almost
he
paid
gambled,
off.
bro.
I mean, it was so close.
Sometimes you gotta go
to
for
a win
it.
there for Mini. He had the advantage. He had the money. He had the probes. He should have been able to win that trade, but Snow snatched victory out of the jaws of defeat.
Yeah,
that was insane. Like, I don't know how Snow did that, but holy fuck. It's not the first time I see him do magic tricks with his Shuttle River Micro, man.
No matter how good your position is, he'll find a way of isolating a win condition against you. Mini got a little bit lucky in that game number 2, guessing right with that coin flip. Not going to be able to pull out something like that again here. It will be a much more traditional style from both sides.
It was a coin flip because that map they played, it was there's 3 spawning positions, so it was 50-50. He was close to his opponent or not, and it paid off.
And I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll see some craziness in the mid game. Maybe Mini will throw out some DT drops or something, but I don't think so. Actually, I feel like Snow is a very safe PvP player, generally speaking, so he won't be so easily blindsided by a cheeky invisible man tech like that.
Yeah, Snow gonna come down here, sending out his scout. Looks like Mini going to follow suit, hitting it mirrored builds for now, similar to game number 1. I'm gonna try to block each other's scouting and just look towards it, getting this second Nexus out as safely and as quickly as possible.
And both players getting that 14 Zealot on the way. That's not only your insurance policy against something like a possible proxy 2 gate, but also it helps you try and deny this scouting probe from getting in there early. And obviously this Zealot will, you know, absorb some shots later on once the Dragoons are out. So both players, you know, playing reasonably safe here. This is kind of like making 2 Marines in TVT. It's kind of like the necessity thing that you do to make sure you're safe against the range of play that your opponent could go for. Seems like Snow wanting to be a little bit active with his Zealot, see if he can catch the probe in transit out on the map here, but will now be retreating back to the same view as Ramble.
And not much to say here about these opening builds. We're just getting nice safe openers on either side. The player's able to deny the scout here, and so there can be some trickery now. Although I doubt that Mini will go for a DT play. I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
Because of how safe Snow is going to be.
They are literally shooting at the same time.
The probe is going to put a little extra damage there.
Mini Knight needs to back up.
That game number 1, or that game number 1 where he ended up losing. His
getting the better trade again with the probe Zealot
not too much
goon
hull damage, so he can just weather that, go back to his natural
opener.
Regen some of those shields. So not in a bad position as he was last time. Still gonna try and take that quick Nexus though.
Yeah, no second
Snow
game
goes for the same thing
right off the bat, which would signify aggression, or at least very safe play. Seems like Snow just wants to kind of feign aggression right now, make Mini a little bit scared, maybe delaying his own Nexus as a result, but Mini does take his own Nexus behind. So pretty much mirrored builds from both sides here. Maybe a slightly faster Nexus timing for Snow when all said and done, but nothing too crazy. Oh, it's gonna be, is that 3-gate goon from Snow? Yes, it is. It is actually gonna be.
Alright, here we go. This is what I was speaking about. Alright, so 3-gate against standard 1-gate robot observer.
Will he be able to figure this out and defend against this aggression?
So the standard build against the
such a strong build if they're not going for something like DT play.
3
He
gate
has got that second gateway on the way, which
to
does
get a
give him
timing
counterplay
before
options to
your
be safe
opponent can
enough
tech
against this,
and get
but
the
he needs
first
to really
river
work on
out.
things still to not be overwhelmed.
Yeah, this is not as crazy as like 3 gate goon off of 1 base, right?
Right.
But like,
Still pretty aggressive.
he will be aggressive here.
Dude, what the fuck
He's
with the
gonna have a lot
probes?
more
Oh my
Dragoons.
god.
Nice.
Oh man, come on. All right, there we go. Probes making their way to that natural.
You gotta be
Pretty
fucking
annoying
kidding
when
me.
those end up getting bugged out. Can lose you quite a bit of money, but Snow will get all of that lined up, and he is going to be able to put on some pressure here, but he should be able to follow
2
up
gate
with
Robo.
a, Robo. It's just going to be slightly later Robo. Is he going to have enough of an advantage to take a good fight and pressure Mini heavily?
I mean, he has
I
to.
mean, this is only not a strong build if you go for Observer with the 3-gate Goon, and he hasn't done that. He's gone straight into 3-gate Goon after expanding, so it's very potent still, and could punish Mini. There's only 4 Dragoons in the front, so they might bait Mini into trying to trade, but there's a few more Dragoons showing Snow just now. So is the reinforcements though of Mini.
Oh, but this is
Comes down to
decent for Mini. That salad, man, doing so much.
Dragoons, though, in quick succession. Mini has 1 Dragoon on red HP, so he's winning right now, but could get evened up very quickly. You can see good target firing there from Snow, identifying those low HP Dragoons of Mini. Zealot's not able to put out too much DPS.
Wow.
Snow just barely coming out ahead on those trades with that extra rally point from that 3rd gateway coming online in the nick of time. Mini, though, still with defensive advantage.
First river coming out soon,
Production.
but 3
Good
more
on the line,
guns
but
on the
Mini
way.
needs, I don't know, a shield battery or something to compensate. There's the shield battery. He does need something.
1 HP
Go.
Zealot is kind of crazy, Urshan. The rally of 3, or excuse me, Dragoon. Rally of 3 Dragoons making their way into
Oh,
the
he has
natural.
to fight with
Good surround
pros?
here. Can he actually
Yeah.
block these Dragons from escaping? Reaver has finished. It's going to have a Scarab here in a moment. Can he actually
Wow, he got
survive
like 4
this
probes there,
pressure?
but
Reaver
gotta be
on the
careful,
ramp.
man.
Missed shot.
Oh, the Scarab.
He has to back away.
Wow.
Dud there from the Reaver, and still more pressure coming out here from Snow. Mini just gonna hang back in the natural and try to stabilize.
Yeah, Reaver, one of the most
Definitely an edge
unpredictable
for
units in
Snow
this
right
game.
now.
His range is based on map regions, not actual vectors of the distance. So
Does Mini try to
depending
go
on the
drop
map tiles,
and do
especially on the ramps,
shuttle
these
river
tiny little
harass? I don't think
regions,
so.
Has a max range of 3, so
I don't
you've got these
know.
like reverse ramps or something with like.
Is he gonna rush a
manually
3rd base?
designed
There's no
terrain
way.
to create ramps.
That's just
out
for
of
vision.
using, you know, the tiles from the palette in the map editor. Sometimes those regions are so small, the Reaver doesn't have as much range as you would think it does.
Oh, gotta be careful, Snow. You're playing with fire there, my guy.
Kind of knows roughly how the regions of the map are divided. So
He's just making pylons for full fucking vision.
Guessing on how to
Oh,
engage those
oh,
ranges
oh.
and utilize them. So he'll probably not take too
How
much.
does he fucking... He has this 6th sense, man. I'm pretty sure he didn't see the
Quite far from his rally point,
Reavers, but he
trying to
knows, man.
establish a strong front line
Must
here
be
and not
there.
allow Snow to box him in too much.
I don't see the river
He's
tech
weathering
for
the storm.
Snow, though.
That 3-gate play doesn't really have the effect anymore. We're past that point. Mini has Reavers now. He's added more gateways.
Oh, okay, never mind. There's the
Two-base
first one.
economy. He is behind in supply by a bit, but the trades, like, it really comes down to the engagements here with the Dragoon.
The
Reaver.
Scarabs,
You know, several
how
Dragons
good they
behind,
connect
but
or
if the
not.
Reaver Scarabs hit properly, or if you're able to kill the shuttle, it really doesn't matter having 1 or 2 extra units.
There's one river advantage, but the concave is better for Snow.
That shuttle is way
He has
far
more
forward.
goons.
He's actually going to take a ton of damage. Oh, Snow's shuttle, though, is actually far ahead as well. He actually loses that one. I think he planned to snipe that great hot pickup there from Mini to keep this alive. One more drop, one more shot. Doesn't get it off.
Wow.
The Reaver here at the back is going to clutch
Easy.
things out. And Snow will
That's
win
so
that
good
fight.
for Snow.
It was not a sure
Crazy.
thing there, Shun. That was crazy.
Yeah, this is really wild. Mini still coming up short there against Snow, despite that shuttle being way out of position from Snow. Also took a lot of hits onto his own shuttle. It was too far back to do any good. And then when he finally did bring his own shuttle to bear, Snow managed to take that out, shut down the Reavers. Beautiful Scarab connections on both sides, though. The target firing has been exceptionally high level with those Reavers. I mean, I don't even know what's going to happen in this game, but I have a sneaking suspicion that Snow might run away with it. He's looking to eventually take the third base, and Mini might have a hard time keeping his own third base secure. We see a spotter pylon here on the right-hand side, identifying shuttle movement as well as slowing down a third base timing. He's looking to pounce on Mini as soon as he tries to get his units over there to clear that pylon.
Reaver here in good position, can defend. The Dragoon army coming in from the side, but this big surround is going to be a problem. Dragoons.
My God, dude, this is over already.
Scarabs. Oh my goodness, the connection in the center.
That was like 4 or 5 goons dead to the Scarabs, man.
Dragoon army coming in from the side, but this big surround is going to be a problem.
Boom.
Dragoons get eaten alive by those Scarabs. Oh my goodness, the connection in the center of all that is so sick.
Boom.
And Snow just going to push.
Boom.
Oh, looks like that'll actually dud as well. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is over, man.
So many good trades.
Jeez. Just so you guys know,
alright, so Snow
seconds. There's some pretty good connections there from Snow. Can he shut the shuttle down?
gets out in first place, man. Who will have thought? It's up to Jadon now to crawl back from this hole, but honestly, any of these players deserve to get to next stage, man. I mean, they're all playing fantastic, bro. It's just at this level, very small things can make the difference.
Gold medal title. He's looking for it. No sulky in his way this time. Snow might go all the way, Sam.
I mean, he looks so unbeatable, man, especially in PvP. And with 2 other Protoss already in there, and that bodes well for Snow. He might get
My girls
up with one of them
are happy with the results.
Might be able to take them down. During the group selection stage, guys, Bisu didn't really have much to say, but he told everybody that he would go into any group except for Snow. He didn't want to face off against Snow in the round of 16. He was happy that he landed somewhere else. So,
alright, so Jadon versus Sharp in the elimination
I'm getting chills at the engagements of Snow.
series, best of 3, and Mini's gonna wait for the winner for the last series of 3.
Set up with his Dragoons out onto the flank to the right-hand side. Just there was a guy in chat just now, CRBT, talking about how he judges the range of the units seemingly better. And you're spot on with that assessment. That's exactly what Snow is doing at a higher level. You can see here at the natural third as well, pulling the army positioning of Mini out and then just pouncing on him with a great pincer maneuver here. Perfect control, positioning and maneuvering with these units. Snow just does it.
It's insane, man. He's the best in the business of this type of micro wars.
Yeah, he's incredible. It looked like Mini was going to be able to capitalize on a mistake in that fight, but the first fight that was on Snow's side of the map when Snow lost that shuttle, but just did not go his way. Snow has made it through, guys. Our predictions came true, and I mean, I think this is what a lot of people expected out there. Snow to make it into the round of 8.
Yeah, I certainly expected him to perform.
Still looks young, man. I wonder how old Snow is. He looks like,
and I will go back to my previous
I
comment.
don't know, man, 28, 30 maybe, max. Not even that. It's gonna be like 20-ish.
Well, still has Sharp to go through. They'll be coming up next. Not going to be the easiest of matches. I would say Jaedong Zerg versus Terran, probably his weakest of the 3 matchups, historically speaking. I'm not so sure about now. We'll have to wait and see if he can get past the hurdle of
Asians don't crack.
A rematch against Mini in the finals. That would be pretty spectacular.
Yeah, he's gotta be like close to 30, I'm guessing.
Yeah, well played here to Snow today. This man of the hour, really high level stuff from him. I mean, just the carrier control against Sharp in game number 1 here today was fantastic. He was even fighting in the open.
Oh, Mini's gotta be so upset, man, because
looks silly even when Sharp
the first game he had it, man, and somehow Snow is like, no. Let me show you how this is done in the last 10 seconds.
Scenario. I mean, keeping your head in the game at that stage and figuring out exactly what you need to do to win is so acceptable.
This is so sick.
And I mean, going for the shield battery in a situation like this
is so sick.
We're gonna end up going arrive sooner, but Vinny is not far behind. He's got a bigger army. Let's see how the
something. So this base
something. And I mean, going for the shield battery in a situation like this is, I mean, it's either Giga Brain or it's
this with a shield battery.
I can't believe.
Wait, gonna pounce up, kill it actually, kill it.
Mañana.
To do so, he's trying to snipe the.
No, mi amor, estoy streameando.
Nexus, he will just barely get it. It does actually kill it actually. That's got 6 HP on that Nexus. But as we can see, 5 Dragoons on the ramp with that shield battery.
He's waiting for the last units to join his army here, and then he goes up.
Kind of makes the difference. He's trying to see if he can get an elevator.
Luring
a Dragoon in the main base with a Zealot to help support this Reaver on the ground. Here come the Dragoons trying to pounce up onto the ramp while they still can. Some shield battery regeneration going onto those Dragoons. Can he snipe the Reaver? Yes, he does. Snow has sniped the Reaver. Has still got his shuttle and Reaver as well. Mini in trouble. Gonna have to tap out. And Snow.
Bro, it's like there's so much going on in those last 10 seconds. It's insane.
Kind of makes the difference. He's trying to see if he can get an elevator.
Like his army is spread. Like I mean, I can see already. Like these 3 goons right here, you know. And then like Snow has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goons. 1 Zealot going in. And his shuttle with the Reaper does land the first cab on his river, I think, on Mini's river.
This Reaver on the ground. Here come the Dragoons trying to.
Mini's river hits like 1 goon here, I think.
Pounce up onto the ramp while they still.
Oh no! So the first cab gets rid of like these wounded goons.
Can some shield battery. Regeneration going onto those.
Oh yeah, he gets it here, man. I mean, Mini didn't save his river, so.
Goons. Can he snipe the Reaver? Yes, he does. Snow has sniped the Reaver. Has still got his shuttle and Reaver as well. Mini in trouble. Gonna have to tap out. And Snow clawing his way back from death. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that was insane. First game is fucking insane, man.
What? That's
Second game is crazy too, man.
I can't believe
Crazy.
He didn't build anything on the
Zealot
ramp to
micro
prevent
wars.
Dragoons from just running up like that. There was already 2 pylons at the top of the ramp, but he didn't build a shield battery or anything to block him, and just running straight up that ramp, getting on top of the Reaver like that.
Yeah, he basically let. I mean, he did mess it up. Like, he had no vision. He basically allowed Snow with his main army to go up the ramp like for free, and his army was like all spread and shit, like, and Snow clearly seized the opportunity and took advantage of it with his better shuttle river micro as well.
To remember Jadon coming back into his form, the Tyrant here on stage versus longtime ASL contender Sharp, who was very recently in the finals of this most prestigious of StarCraft tournaments. Just 2 seasons ago, he was smashing FaZe, only stopped by Sulky. Then he had some health problems. He took a little bit of time off. He came back for that previous season. Didn't do so hot, kind of fell apart, but he's back now with a vengeance. Seems to be playing out of his mind once again. Can he take down Jadon, though?
Well, Sharp, you know, he's got 2 silver medals. Way back in ASL Season 1, he actually got 2nd place, being knocked out by a shuttle when things were just coming back online for the StarCraft scene. Also in recent times, ASL Season 18 had a final position, got knocked out by Sulky for the one. Can he go the way here against the Tyrant? This is going to be seriously epic, guys. ASL Season 20 Group C losers match between Jaedong and Sharp. Let's get it started. The first map is going to be Polestar.
Jaedong, we're here in the bottom left. Sharp, top left, vertical spawn. Somebody get that girl in the crowd a cup of tea. I know that sounds like she's losing her voice, man. It's definitely something I've been dealing with as well. Losing my voice in some of these series. The round of 16, honestly, is the hardest part. So many long games. And so we really appreciate you guys sticking with us through even the PvP. It actually turned out to be one of the best PvP series we've ever seen. That was about as good as it gets when it comes to PvP, Shun.
Yeah, absolutely. That PvP series was insane, man.
Wanting to really put the pressure on, hoping that it's not cross map. And
like people say PvP is boring, like I disagree, man. When you get two players of this caliber,
for Jaedong as well,
that PvP series was crazy
enough to avoid disaster here. So I would say second best for Sharp. Like he would rather the Overlord, he'd rather Jaedong be in the top right and the Overlord scouting down to the bottom right. So second best situation here for Sharp. Might still be able to do some damage with this. We'll have to wait and see. Looks like it is going to be 12 hatchery from Jaedong, keeping his chances alive. No early safety pool from Jaedong. So let's see how quickly this Overlord can spot this.
Well, he's going to see it, but the Overlord might get scouted as well. He sees the Overlord, he knows. I mean, he's sending down towards the bottom left already, so it looks like he's going to be able to scout first. Second, SCV is out on the map. He hasn't seen it just yet. Gonna turn. Yeah, he sees the Overlord now. Gonna turn the SCV. When will he see the barracks? He's getting so close. I think he's just seeing it now.
Yeah.
Is this like a 2 Marine, 1 SCV rush or what?
It's been revealed. This is gonna be
the drone!
He has to block this with drones.
Right. Gets 3 hits on that Marine already. So
yeah.
Just 5
very
more
nice.
connections for Hoktua to finish off that Marine now. Trying to get some SCVs to the front to set up that bunker. Weakened drone, retreating to safety. Trying to intercept these Marines with 2 drones, but 2 Marines bodying those drones would be a problem. So he's going to try and siphon those drones off to the side.
They can dance all day there, man.
Later on. He's got
Sharp is like,
7 drones,
sure, no
2
problem.
on the way. He knows when this 3rd Marine shows up.
There's so many drones here not mining.
For that bunker can come online. 2 drones now. Putting a little bit of pressure onto that building SCV. Will Jaedong just go and intercept this 4th Marine? I think he will.
Wow.
That's not a bad
Jaedong
idea,
is
but
crazy,
Sharp
man.
His Marines back to fight against that. Keeping Jaedong at bay for the time being. Keeping his hopes alive now. As he tries to
Sunken colony on the way. The bunker is up, man.
Building creep colony.
Yeah, he's building the creep colony here. He has Lings out as well. Drone's coming from behind.
The Marines? Oh, they get in.
Drone gets targeted down there by the bunker. Just a bit of bad luck for Jaedong. He will kill the bunker though. Can he get into the second bunker? The second bunker goes to the finish. He jumps in. 2 Marines make it in though.
Oh, this is bad, but the sunken colony is almost done. No, never mind. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Jaedong got this, got this.
Was it enough?
Well, I don't know. I don't think so. I think that Jaedong, despite being quite behind in supply right now, this is a really good hold. I mean, don't forget this was a 6 racks, not an 8 racks. So heavy commitment from Sharp, hiccuping his SCV production, as well as taking 2 SCVs off the line to put pressure on. Maybe Jaedong can do some counter damage as well. Zerglings poking into the natural expansion. The bunker's not finished yet. 5 Zerglings could definitely kill an SCV.
He got 1 SCV, he's just gonna back off.
Didn't lose a single Zergling for that 1 SCV kill, and that's a great way of compensating this position for Jaedong. Has some additional Zerglings on the way as well. Is he gonna try and just pull the trigger? Is he gonna... Yeah, he's making more Zerglings. I think he's gonna pounce on this bunker. He just needs like 12 or so Zerglings, and he can easily mop up that bunker like it's nothing. And if Sharp, you know...
Man, I love StarCraft these days, man. It's so fucking aggressive. Holy cow.
Blocking the gap between the CC and the bunker and getting ready for a preemptive repair. Jaden's going to make short work of this bunker and defensive line, saying...
Yeah, I think
he's gonna go for the surround. And
he
Sharp is like, alright,
have to
let's
lift that.
just resume normal gameplay from here. He's definitely
And so
not
there's gonna be
expecting
some
this.
time where there was gonna be no Marine
Oh, that
presence
SCB,
at
man.
all. Just
Can
waiting
make a
for
depot or
his
something
links
to
be
block.
defended.
Oh,
my
he
gosh,
sees.
the links, time to commit, going in for it. Big surround on
Boom.
this bunker. That thing is going down for sure. And in fact, the link speed finishes just as this bus comes through. Oh my god, he keeps one Marine alive there on the high ground.
There's 2 Marines in the
Somehow
high
that was
ground.
clutch. Though he will lose the CC no matter what. That CC is going down.
Yeah.
No two ways about it. He'll have to cancel and remake on the high ground.
I mean, he's not dead yet.
What a
He did
counter.
stop himself from dying immediately.
What a sucker
There's
counter.
a tiny chance now
Counter
of
punch
winning
by,
this game. It's still going to be really tough for Sharp, but
by
his
Jadon,
percentage
man.
is more than 0 now after keeping that one Marine alive with 5 HP. Extra DPS on the ramp with the SCVs blocking. Gives him a little bit of chance here, but Jadon
Oh
probably still
my
gonna
God.
break through these SCVs and kill these
Oh,
Marines,
he's just
unfortunately
fucking
for
dead,
Sharp.
man.
It was a nice
There's
attempt
more links
here.
coming.
The Tyrant looking to pick up a quick game here on Polestar and propel himself.
No, this is
with
over.
tempo going
There's
into
more
the rest of the
links.
series. Bit of a head
There's
tip
more
on the
links
side there from
coming.
Sharp.
Goodbye.
He knows it's
GG,
over.
bye-bye.
He's going to have to tap out here, just processing the loss and thinking about game number 2, talking to himself a little bit, trying to compose himself for the future games. He's going to have to keep his nerves in check against the likes of Jadon going forward. He's lost too many SCVs to recover now.
Yeah, he's down to 9 supply. It's
Brother, it's
a
over.
done deal here as the layer gets started behind this for Jadon. Sharp just didn't think he was going to commit there. He didn't think the links were
There's
coming.
no way he tries to
And
play
he
this, the
didn't
game
think
from
that
this
there were more links
position,
coming in
right?
behind that attack. He pulled a lot of SCVs back. If he had, 4 SCVs at the front there rather than just the 2,
I
it
mean,
should
maybe
have
he
been a
will.
pretty easy hold for him. Now he's in a situation where his win percentage is somewhere near
Yeah,
0,
he
so
just went to
finally
see
will
how many
tap
drones
out.
you got in your
GG
natural.
on
Alright,
to game
GG.
number 2.
Yeah, he scouted with the SCV. He was thinking, well, he made so many Zerglings, maybe he didn't make a single drone behind that, and I can somehow squeeze my way back into the game. But as soon as the SCV sees that much drone saturation, there's just no hope for the Terran. He had a Spire on the way in the main as well. Sharp needs to keep composed if he wants to be able to take this series down. I mean, just look how strong Jadon is. That decision making is not easy, by the way. Like, one of the things these guys have said about Jadon is what makes him different is that sort of like bloodthirsty instinct, like a shark, able to sniff out any potential to pounce on you in a moment's notice, and doesn't take that few extra seconds of sizing up his opponent before pulling the trigger. He smells blood in the water and just pounces, saying true hunter instincts.
Yeah, and I mean, just continuing with the all-in there, sending in lings constantly, not making a single drone after holding that attack until he knew that he was in a fantastic position after killing a lot of drones. Killer instinct from Jadon on full display.
But we're going into game number 2, guys, as the ASL Season 20 Group C
Well, it was a quick game.
losers match between Jadon
I don't mind
and
those,
Sharp.
to be honest.
And the map is going to be Screaming Sea.
Also, nice bunker rush, nice hold by Jadon, and even better counter fucking. Holy fuck.
Jadon spawning in top right. Sharp bottom left.
What is this map?
And we saw a game recently with Sharp on this map playing, I believe it was versus Hero, is that correct? When he went for the drops into the main and got kind of shut down. Or was that Larva? I might be getting the games messed up here, guys. We've been casting so much recently. Shid and I doing a ton of duo casting and me doing a bunch on my own channel.
Lava's game was the one where Lava was the guy going for drops and taking all the islands and smashing face with Ultralisks popping out. You're thinking of, who was it? I don't know either. Yes, I think so, yes.
It was one of those two.
The Larva
Yeah,
game
this
was
is
against...
a map that leaves a lot of impressions, guys. Like, this is a very memorable map for the game.
I know what game they are talking about. That was in the round of
The
28.
way the map makers have
An island map.
a bit of crazy, just a
And
sprinkling of crazy.
Larva
in
went
each
for
of these
Ultralisk
maps to
drops.
give them some of that X factor without making it too wild, where we kind of know that it's always going to be a wild game.
Yeah, I'm curious how Jadon wants to play on this map. I mean, when we first saw this map pool, we were thinking,
Can't remember
this is
the term
anti-Zerg, anti-Soul
player,
map,
though.
but we have seen some pretty innovative ways from the Zerg race on operating here. I'm curious what the game plan is from Jadon, how much he's been able to practice on this map and familiarize himself with it, and if he's got some crazy trump card up his sleeve. I mean, a lot of the time these guys will have a pocket of builds for specific maps. If I'm not mistaken, according to the recent Ginger video, that build that Effort did, where he did the proxy hatchery on Radiant with the hatchery at 9 o'clock, that build order was actually Calm's build that Calm didn't get to use in his ZBZ group. So sometimes these guys will also trade ideas, and who knows what they might have in store on these maps, because they're going to be banned so often and such that you might not even get a chance to play on them, especially if you like win 2-0 or lose 2-0.
Is this the island map?
You might
No.
not play on the majority of them, so they might
this
be
has to be another
talking
map.
behind the scenes and giving each other some ideas on how to approach them.
Yeah, it's a big hidden part of Brood War is just how much communication goes on between the players and how much they are sharing information, practicing builds together. The practice partners are such a massive part of success for any of these players. Sharp has managed to get away with the CC first. This is not at all unexpected. This map has kind of tilted towards greed a lot. It's either just a super greedy play from the Terran player, or it's going to be some sort of 1-1-1, really fast Wraith to go out and deal some damage with a Vulture, trying to get in there as well. This game, Sharp's going to go for possibly a Valkyrie Rush or Crazy Terran getting directly into Vessels. We'll see which one.
Yeah, we've seen both on this map, right? It does seem very popular to be very teched out no matter what you do. And we've seen the fast Vessel, Crazy Terran, and we've seen the really fast Valkyrie build. Jadon trying to sneak in a little bit with that Overlord and identify what variation he'll be up against. Meanwhile, Sharp has got that SCV Scout alive, sees the Spire timing, so we can be pretty sure of what Jadon's plan is. I mean, you can pretty much assume in this modern era that it will be some based, 2.5.
I mean, I guess it is, right?
Mutalisk play, but you need to
Judging by their
there are
builds?
gonna be, one game in 10 or one game
Can't
in
say
50
for
where
sure,
they
but it
pull
might
out
be that
random
same map.
Lurker build against you, and
I
try
mean,
to
yeah,
really
double
know
Stalker,
it's gonna be
CC
the two-port
first,
Wraith,
like,
say,
okay.
You don't always see two-port Wraith off of expansion, but in recent years it's become way more popular, and mainly because the Zergs just don't expect it. And usually you'll be doing this two-port Wraith of one base of a wall in, and with an expansion and a wall in, you can transition out of it very easily as long as you get some damage done.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting game, guys. With the Wraith play, you can potentially catch these mutas across the map, because Jadon's going to be coming over here with a lot of mutas early on, try to put on that pressure. If he arrives and starts to deal damage, and then Cloak finishes and the Wraiths are revealed, it could be very punishing for Jadon. Okay, he's actually making an armory as well. He's going to make Valkyries and Wraiths.
I think so. He's going to go for Valkyrie Wraith. He's got something completely different mapped out for our viewing pleasure here today. I imagine he's going to be making both. Oh, he's getting the up. Whoa, this is something different from Sharp. He's kind of maybe thinking about transitioning into mech from here, saying. So he's already getting upgrades as well on the ground. No. He is going Valkyrie Wraith, but he's going to get weapons upgrades to double down into his air. That's what he's doing, I think. That's crazy, because if he gets enough Valkyries out with plus attack upgrades, the amount of visceration is insane. Like, he will eviscerate so many Overlords and Mutalisks before Jaden can even react to it. And if he does get that Flyer Carapace upgrade, it won't matter.
Yeah, I mean, going air Terran is not really a thing that we see very often. It's very atypical, but look at this. He's going to get a bunch of raids, and then he's just going to start making Valkyries, and he's flying out on the map right now. He can definitely utilize Cloak here to do a bit of harassment.
Oh.
And here we go. He's just going to jump on top of these, immediately Cloak.
You just beat raids, though. Where's the Cloak? Oh, okay.
So he's a little bit late by about a couple of seconds or so, but that's because he's double dipping with his tech a little bit. Didn't start that Cloak as early as he could have, just because he was squeezing out other buildings like that armory, like that upgrade. Has finally got that. Now he's going to be kind of like throwing Jaedong a bit of through a loop here, making him think it's that two-port Cloaked Wraith play. But really, as a Valkyrie follow-up behind this, Jaedong will be feeling a bit confident with these spread Overlords on the map. He'll want to use them as active observers to reveal those raids. We can apply a bit of pressure and retreat to the safety of those Overlords. But the reality is that eventually those Valkyries are going to be brought to bear and completely surprise Jaedong, as well as a bio transition. 3 Valkyries have been finished thus far. As soon as he gets 4 or so,
wow, careful, Jaedong. Holy fuck.
Jaedong's going to dive in a little bit, sees the bio transition, but I don't think he saw the control towers on those starports or the armory to know that this is going to be a Valkyrie play.
Oh.
He sees him now. He was going to see a massive volley from those Valkyries softening up. He's trying to look for the second volley, doesn't get it though.
Wow, alright. Decent damage there to start. Sharp.
Queen's Nest already
SCV
done.
Damage, importantly as well. The follow
Hive on the way soon.
Here.
If not already.
Around kind of like paperweights.
No, haven't started that yet.
They can't
okay.
really do too much.
Hive now started.
Not with that much anti-air. 2 Valkyrie 3, 4 possibly at this point. And once he gets to 5 or 6, the amount of anti-air, it becomes absolutely ridiculous. Just so many missiles come out, and he's got +1 done already. He's got +1 done on these Valkyries. Dude, this is going to be absolute evisceration if Jaedong gets anywhere near these units. And, I mean, he can try to connect with Scourge, but it's going to be very hard.
I mean, with that +1, those Halo cluster rockets absolutely rip through anything in the air for Zerg. Same. He's trying to transition now, got the Hive on the way, as well as an evolution chamber. He's got obviously that third gas churning away as well, but with this full-on bio transition from Sharp as well as the Scourge, massive connections.
Oh my
Takes it
god.
down to just 3 Valkyries, managed to kill 2 of the Valkyries. And a couple of the Wraiths trying to pounce on the
Oh my
larger
god,
remainder.
yeah.
Scourge showing up as well to try and help get some moving shots on that and zone out. The Valkyries will be able to shoot. He might lose one more Valkyrie, does find a connection there. Can't quite kill off the other Valkyrie with the Scourge. Finishes it off with a turnaround with those Mutalisks.
Oh, what the fuck?
Manages to kill the majority of those Mutas on the exit vector as a result of trying to finish off that Valkyrie. But he has shut down most of the potency in the sky for Sharp, at least for the time being. Those Valkyries are super expensive despite building so quickly, so has taken a little bit of the wind out of the sails of Sharp, at least for the time being.
I can't believe he just flew into that. It's crazy to me, Shannon. Look at this. Lurkers.
Lurkers on hold position, man.
He scans past them.
No! Oh my god. Oh my god. The Lurker hold position is just so fucking broken, man. Like, you need to wait for a fucking science vessel to move out safely.
Surging forward with some of those Lurkers as well to make it even slower in Sharp being able to come and try and punish Jaedong. He's taking a 4th base behind this is Jadon. Has got that Defiler mount with Consume upgrade. Probably will be transitioning into a Hydra Defiler style to keep the pressure on Sharp in this game. Man, this is really well thought out from Jadon. He had 2 bait lurkers that Sharp thought were going to be trying to set up the whole position, because the real whole position was set up so much further along. I mean, wow, I'm so impressed with Jadon right now. Currently even on supply with Sharp as well.
That's so broken, bro. Oh my god.
I mean, this is a great showing from Jadon. Unfortunately, kind of a flop here from Sharp. I was very excited to see what he had in mind with this build. You know, going kind of Sky Terran. It's just not something we ever really see at the pro level.
Yeah.
And wandering directly into those Scourge, he gave Jadon the only thing that could allow him to win the fight in the air.
He doesn't
And
have
now
siege
he's
mode
in
yet.
Such a bad spot with the Marines getting lost.
One
Like,
tank, goodbye.
you couldn't have planned this out better for Jadon. Everything goes perfectly. He
Yeah.
even kills the tank.
Yeah, kills the tank, that's huge, and that's a lot less.
Wait until the...
artillery
oh, there,
onslaught
there.
of the tank.
Never mind. I was gonna say, wait until Defiler joins the fight.
To lay down the coveted Cheeto dust clouds, causing a lot of problems.
Gets the other
for
tank.
Sharp as he struggles to get optimal grip on the control of this game. And slowly but surely, Jadon is going to start whittling Sharp down. Sharp has got a couple of drop ships to try and put on some counter pressure, though. Maybe he can get into the
Looks
middle
like we're
lines
gonna have
of
Jadon mini,
It's
man.
a disaster if Jadon is forced to focus so much on this front line engagement that he...
If Jadon plays his cards right,
from
this point,
but not perfect. There is a world
as
where
he's
drop
doing it
ships
so
on that thread
far,
the needle and get
there's no
some
way he
of
loses
these
this game,
expansions
so
of
this is a
Jadon causing more
2-0
damage.
against Sharp.
Well, it seems like there's only one way through. That would be up towards the top left and then around
Because-
to the third base. Maybe he can make
He's
that
going for
work.
it.
He's gonna try for it. Scan goes down.
Alright, this
Edge
drop,
of the
let's see.
drop coming in. Hydras are gonna be pulled back a little bit. It seems like he hasn't actually noticed it yet. Here comes Scourge. They're not gonna be in time. Does lose one of
Gets
these drops.
rid
but
of one
manages to get
drop ship.
something going
Ooh.
here with this attack. He's gonna run right past this one lurker. Oh man, he could actually get up on top of this base now, running all the way by with all these units. He's actually lost quite a bit to make this work, and Defiler is chasing him down. But the
plague,
right
man.
in the middle of this army is
Oh
so
my
brutal.
god.
So much chili sauce all over that Terran army. He's going to easily mop it up now. It was a nice idea from Sharp to go for a bit of a gambit.
So much chili sauce.
Situation after pulling the defense of Jadon back, but not going to be successful in shutting down that mining base. And Jadon, even now with drop tech, going to be taking an island base behind this. Going to be going up to 5 gas weapon production. This is not a technical position for the Terran in any regard, and doesn't even have his own third base on the way just yet. He's building a CC in his main to flow over, but it might not be quick enough, Sam.
Yeah, it's looking worse and worse. He does save one of those vessels. Another.
He's gonna go for
drop
another
coming in.
drop, but...
Lot of Hydras here. Hydras Defiler, a great way to close this one out when you have a great advantage like this. Just getting such good value out of each and every unit. The plagues come through, and the Marines
Hydras
will be
take
killed
care of
off.
the rest.
Tanks are gonna slowly move forward.
Then
here,
Dark
but
Swarm
Defilers
the,
are still
Lurkers.
active, and the Dark Swarm will force this back for sure. Sharp all in on these 2 bases, and Jadon happily, cozily sitting on a 4 base, and about to be 5 actually with that island coming up.
Yeah, he's eclipsing the supply of Sharp as well. This is, not looking good for Sharp, that's to say the least. Sam, I mean, he's going to float that command center over. He's going to try and see if he can get past these defensive lines while he's morphing eggs. So he actually is going to break through the bridge perimeter for the time being, trying to put the pressure onto these unsupported Hydras. Meanwhile, there are a lot of reinforcements showing up for Jadon from that eastern flank as well, shutting down this gambit from Sharp once again. He's getting top of those lurkers as they pop out.
Alright, nice play by Sharp. That was a good trade for him, I would say.
For Sharp, unfortunately, and Jadon definitely hungry today.
But
going to be gnawing through anything that
Jadon
Sharp
is
throws his
ahead,
way.
man.
And so far, Sharp has not been able to muster much beyond a few morsels here today. So yeah, Jaedong might even still be remaining hungry for the rest of this series.
Yeah, it looks like Jaedong going to be going through, but we'll let Sharp play it out. This is his tournament life on the line. He definitely deserves a shot here. Try to make this comeback. It would be an absolutely epic comeback if he managed to make it happen. He's got to shut down multiple bases, though, and starting with this island, just continuing to drop over towards that top center. I don't know if that's going to work out for him. Scourge are already tracking these drops. He is completely on top of it.
Yeah, it's 2-1 armor to weapons upgrade for Jaedong versus the 2-1 weapons to armor upgrades for Sharp. Hazelnitis Canal connected to that island expansion to reinforce it. If the Overlords do spot something incoming like dropships, and making a few sunkens there as well to buffer and reinforce that position. Getting a 5th gas online at this point in the game is absolutely crazy. These bases have less minerals.
Careful, Jaedong.
Forward across the bridge now, trying to look for some wind conditions. Does lose his defiler in the process, but there's just not enough for Sharp to hold this bridge. And even though he is going to try and double expand and take his own 4th base, it will not be lasting for long at this rate. He is looking for some damage with these 2 dropships as well, but good response time from Jaedong, pouncing on top of that as well. Both dropships going to be taken out here, and this 4th base is not long for this world at this rate. And we will probably be seeing Sharp, unfortunately, being knocked out in this tournament, unless he can somehow find a way of turning this game around very quickly.
Yeah, this is too much. Zerg, 20 supply advantage. Jaedong is ready to end this game. Going to go up onto that high ground, prevent the CC, and waiting for a Defiler here to break this final bastion of Terran defense. That 3rd base is the final hope here of Sharp, and Jaedong is going to come down like a hammer on this base here in a moment. He's just putting together the army and the tech that he needs to break that position. Still has that island up, and he's taking another one in the top left-hand corner as well. He's just got vision absolutely everywhere, prepared for any eventuality that Sharp may throw at him. Not enough tanks here to push to the middle, and no way to go around this army and try to drop. Here comes that final attack. Dark Swarm Plague. Oh my god, that is a Plague if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, that was monstrous. Almost getting the entire army in one.
I mean, it's like it's literally Storm with more damage. Like,
and we will be having that Tyrant joining us in that finals to get a rematch and maybe even revenge again.
Man, I'm getting tired. I don't know if I'm gonna. It's still like 45 minutes, 40 minutes of game. I am tired as fuck, man. I think I'm gonna stop here.